And now, Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations present
Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you Mr. Dana Andrews in If the Dead Could Talk, a suspense play produced and directed by Anton M. Leader.
Friends, you know what happens when you take a fish out of water? Sure, it dies. Well, by Cornelius, the same thing happens when your car's battery runs out of water. It lies right down and quits. No water, no life. So what did the Autolite people do? They made the Autolite Stay Full battery with an extra large liquid reserve, gave it more room for more water. Result, the Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Think of it. Autolite Stay Full batteries need water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Just like that, Autolite practically eliminates one of your major battery bothers. So, friends, be right with Autolite. Switch to an Autolite Stay Full battery tomorrow.
And now, Autolite presents Dana Andrews in a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
They'll never know how it happened. No one will ever know. I knew I was going to have to kill him almost from the first. That's how I am. That's what my blood is. I couldn't change it even if I tried. We were on a circus train, the 3 of us in the trapeze act, going from Tulsa to St. Louis. Fran had asked me to come and sit with her, but she had something to tell me. When I went over, she was staring out the window into the night, and the dim train lights made her features kind of soft and blurred. And I stood watching her, getting all choked up like I always did, wanting to freeze this picture of her in my brain with all the other pictures. Then she saw my reflection on the window glass, and she turned.
Oh, Joe.
Hi.
Well, sit down, Joe.
Sure. What's the secret?
Joe, I can't keep it inside me a second longer. If I do, I'll bust. Tommy and me been talking about getting married.
Hiya, kids.
Huh?
Oh,
Well, honey, did you tell him?
Yes, she told me. Congratulations.
That's all. Just congratulations.
well, you know Joe's a man of few words.
So what do you think, Joey boy? At least we'll be able to keep her in the act now, huh?
Yeah.
That's probably the only reason he's marrying me.
Well, the way I figured, it had to be one of us. Joe, you're my pal. I couldn't let it happen to you.
Well.
And then Tommy threw his arm across my shoulder. I felt every nerve in my body tighten up, like somebody was turning a screw. And I thought, so this is how your life goes smash. Rattling through the night on a dinky train with a circus fat lady sitting across the aisle munching chocolates. I didn't know what I was going to do. Not then. At first, I tried to go on just like before. When we got to St. Louis, Tommy and me shared a room in a theatrical hotel like always. And the 3 of us went on through our routines on the high trapeze, like always. Yeah, that part was the same. That part was as natural as breathing. But the other things, like the looks they gave each other, the long walks together, nothing worked for me. Drinking myself blind, taking out a different girl in the show every night of the week. Nothing worked. I still woke up in the middle of the night, shivering, my heart pounding and crying her name. Fran! Fran! Fran!
Joe, what's wrong?
Huh? Oh. Nothing's wrong.
You were yelling in your sleep.
I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What are you getting dressed for? It's the middle of the night.
I'm going for a walk.
But, Joe...
Look, I want to go for a walk, so I'm going for a walk.
Joe, Fran and I were noticing you.
Noticing what?
You've been going at this nightlife pretty hot and heavy lately. For a fellow who works on a trapeze 60 feet up and without a net, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's not so good, Joe.
What's the matter? You afraid someday I won't catch you, Tommy?
Look, why don't you take it a little easier, kid? It's all right to have a good time.
Good time? So that's what I'm having. What do you know? I walked the dark, empty streets for hours. I didn't know where I went or why. Why did it have to be him and Fran, over and over again? Why did it have to be him and not me? And then, it was like coming out of a sleep almost. I realized that for a long time I'd been looking through the lighted window of an all-night pawn shop, looking at a gun. At first, I started walking away fast. Then I turned back and went into the shop.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Now, that revolver in the window there, the black one next to the binoculars.
Oh, yes, that's a beauty, ain't it?
Yeah, I want it.
Good enough. Can't go wrong on that one. You got your permit, of course.
No, I was just passing through town. I didn't have time to get one.
Well, I'm sorry, mister, but I can't help you.
I've got a $100 bill that says you can.
You've just bought yourself a gun.
It was after 3 in the morning when I got back to the hotel. The gun was in my topcoat pocket. As I walked through the lobby, the circus fat lady was sitting on the big sofa, counting the faces that went through the revolving door. She stopped me as I went past her.
Turning in, Joe?
Yeah?
Lucky you can sleep. Wish I could sleep.
I started for the elevator, and then it hit me. How dumb can a guy be, walking into the lobby like that, being seen going up to the room? Is that all you want, Joe? That he should be dead, no matter what happened to you? Don't you want Fran? Don't you want to live? I turned back and started out again. No, Patsy, I guess I won't go upstairs after all.
Oh?
Nothing to do till tomorrow afternoon, anyhow. Maybe I'll take in an all-night show.
I haven't seen a show since I was a little girl. Can't fit in the seat.
I went around to the back of the hotel. Tommy and me roomed 3 stories up next to the rusty fire escape. It was so quiet there, I could hear the pounding inside my head. The first rung of the fire escape was a good 10 feet off the ground. I jumped for it and pulled it down. It made enough noise to wake up half the building. I scrambled up into the shadows. I expected the lights to start going on in every window. But nothing happened. So, I started up the fire escape. I started up for Tommy. I reached the landing. The room was dark. The window was closed. I tried raising it, but it was locked. Why did everything have to go bad for me? Oh, wait a minute. He never locked the window before. Why did he lock it now? What was he afraid of? How could he know what was inside me? Well, suddenly I had to do something, so I smashed the window with my fist. I didn't care. Let him know it was me. Let him know what was coming. I reached in, unlocked the window, went over the sill. I took the gun out of my pocket. I could feel the blood running warm down my arm. And then I saw that he was gone. The room was empty. I sat down on the bed. I felt weak in my knees. I sat there a long time, numb. Then I heard a key in the door. It was him. He'd come back. I put the gun back in my pocket. I held it there. The door swung open. I saw him, framed in the light from the hall. And I thought, now. Do it now.
For Suspense, Autolite is bringing you Mr. Dana Andrews in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
You know this spell of freezing weather that drifted over sunny California by mistake last week?
I'll see.
Well, by Cornelius, I haven't had so much fun since my Autolite Stay Full battery last needed water, and that's a mighty long time ago.
You mean you enjoyed the cold, Harlow?
You bet. Listen, I was purring along up in the mountains in my Autolite-equipped car, you see, when I spied a stricken stranger stuck in the snow. He had on a raccoon coat and a coonskin cap, and he was looking under the hood of his car, muttering, "Water, water everywhere, not a drop in my battery." "Friend," I said to this shivering shambles, "if you had an Autolite Stay Full battery in that thirst-starved convertible, you'd be singing 'How Deep is the Ocean' instead of 'How Dry I Am.'" "What do you mean?" asks he. So, of course, I told this chap that Autolite Stay Full batteries have an extra-large liquid reserve. Autolite Stay Full batteries, I said, need water only 3 times a year in normal driving. You get that, pal? Only 3 times a year. And then I explained that thanks to extra plates and special fiberglass insulation, Autolite Stay Full batteries have extra power and extra long life, too.
But Harlow, did you get the poor fellow unstuck?
Sure did. I just happened to have an extra Autolite Stay Full battery in my trunk. So I lent it to him until he could get one of his own at his nearest Autolite dealers. I'll sure switch to Autolite, he said as he zoomed off. And I answered, you're right with Autolite.
Right, Harlow. But right now, suspense.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Dana Andrews as Joe in a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I held the gun in my pocket. The door swung open and I saw him framed in the light from the hall. And I thought, now, do it now.
When'd you come back, Joe?
A while ago.
Where's that light switch?
Don't turn the lights on, Tommy.
What's the matter with you?
I said...
What do you got against lights? How can you just sit there in the dark? You know, Fran and I wondered what happened to you. We were out looking for you.
I held tight to the gun in my pocket. I followed him with it as he moved around the room, stopping at the dresser to comb his hair, whistling because he was getting Fran, and it was such a good feeling. And all I had to do was just squeeze the trigger.
Come on in.
Say, honey, Patsy tells me that you... Oh, you got back, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you do to yourself? Look at that arm, Tommy. His arm, it's bleeding.
Hey, I didn't notice that.
Joe, you take your coat off. I'll get some towels and mercurochrome from the bathroom.
What'd you do, get yourself in a brawl?
No, not exactly.
Tommy, where's the mercurochrome? Hurry up.
Oh, I'll show you where it is.
Get your coat off, Joey.
Here. I hurried to the dresser, dug the gun out of my pocket and put it in the drawer. Fran came back with an armful of stuff. Her fingers started to probe my arm while she was rolling up my sleeve.
Look what this guy did to himself.
Joey, you big silly kid, you. What are you fighting for? Tommy, get enough...
Hey, what happened to this window?
Well, that's how I cut myself just now. I thought it was stuck. You know me, long on muscles and short on brains.
Oh, it's all right. Just a little cut. Our boy's gonna be all right, Tommy. The show goes on. Doesn't it, Joey?
Sure.
Oh, such a sweet, helpless guy this is. We gotta take better care of our boy, Tommy.
Yeah.
You know, our Joey's just a great big kid. He likes to go on adventures with silly blondes, but there's nobody got wrists like this man to catch my Tommy when he flies through the air with the greatest of ease. You know, Joe, I wouldn't trust Tommy's life in anybody's hands but yours.
And she leaned over me and I could smell her hair. And her warm breath danced around my eyes. And him and that whistling. Why shouldn't he whistle? He had the world. He had Fran.
There. How's that feel, Joey?
Her talking into my face. Smoothing my hair.
Now, don't you punch any more windows in the nose, you understand?
Didn't she see what she was doing to me? Didn't they see what was happening to me? How could two people be so blind? Couldn't they see?
Feel better, Joey? I asked you.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone! So I went walking the streets again, burning inside like a guy with 105 fever, still smelling the perfume in her hair, still hearing her voice in my head. It was after 4 in the morning when I got back to the hotel. Nobody in the lobby, nobody but the room clerk, taking a snooze at the desk. This time, Tommy was in bed, asleep. I sat on the edge of the bed for a long time, listening to his breathing. Then I went to the drawer and got the gun. I laid it aside for a moment, and I scattered the stuff out the drawer like a burglar would. He was looking for something. Then I went over to where his pants were hanging on a chair. I guess I got a little excited. As I grabbed for the pants, the chair fell over. I waited, my heart hammering away like it was trying to break loose. But he didn't wake up. I found his wallet and his pants, then his watch on the nightstand. Then I went over to the broken window, looked down. It was dark, not a sound. Tomorrow, all the cops in the city would be looking for the burglar who came up the fire escape and killed his victim when caught in the act. I went back to the dresser for the gun. I went over to the bed. I wouldn't let him take her away from me. Simple as that. I raised the gun barrel level with his head. My finger curled around the trigger. I felt a tiny nerve start throbbing in my wrist. I squeezed the trigger. What is this?
Are you, Joe?
Yeah.
Go to bed, Joe.
Okay. When Tommy gone back to sleep, I broke open the gun. It was empty. But it had been loaded before. They must have found the gun after I left. But why had they taken the bullets? I didn't understand. How could they know anything? All of a sudden, I was afraid. I put the wallet and the wristwatch back. I put the gun back in the drawer. What was I going to do? I flopped down on the bed and tried to think. But somewhere along the line, I fell asleep. I slept until almost noon. When I woke up, Tommy was gone. I dressed and went down the hall to Fran's room. She was gone. At the desk, they didn't know what had happened to them. I went down to the armory where we were playing. Then went around there. It was getting close to the matinee. I went to the dressing room. No sign of either of them. Then, just a few minutes before we were to go on, the door burst open and they were standing there.
We thought we weren't going to make it.
That's no kidding.
Where were you?
Just feast your eyes on the little gold object, third finger, left hand, sometimes called a wedding ring.
Well, aren't you at least going to say bon voyage, partner?
Oh, sure. Best of everything. Fran left to change into her costume, and Tommy started getting ready. Happy as a lark. And I felt the hate choking me till I couldn't breathe. Burning in me like fire. Then I realized something that sent the cold shivers through me. If I went up on that trapeze today, and if his life depended upon my catching him, he would die. It made me sick thinking about it. Everybody's got to have some kind of belief. I grew up different, not like most people. The only belief I had was the act. I had to keep the act clean. I couldn't let it happen that way. But it would happen. If I went up there, it would happen.
3 minutes.
Okay. Well, we better be getting out of here, Joe, yeah? Well, Joe, come on.
They're not going.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm not going on. Can't you understand English?
What, Joe?
I'm not going on. He couldn't do anything with me, and the time was running out. He left, and I thought what I'd better do was just pack and leave and never see either of them again. Then, just beyond the door, I heard him whispering to somebody. I knew what it was. He was putting her to work on me. I didn't want to see her. I went to close the door, but she was already standing there, her hand on the doorknob. But it was the wrong hand. It was the hand with a ring on it. His ring.
Is it something to do with the act, Joe?
No, nothing with the act.
Well, then,
Don't ask me to go out there, Fran.
you know we can't go on without
Well,
you.
do what you can. Fake those triple plays. Look pretty and swing hard. Just don't ask me to go out there.
Joey, what's wrong with you lately?
Look, don't...
I'm worried about you. You've been acting so funny the last week or so. What were you doing with a gun, Joey? We found it in your dresser last night. Scared me to death. I made Tommy take the bullets out.
I just bought it for protection, that's all.
Protection from what? Joe, you've been so moody, so melancholy. I'm so afraid you might hurt yourself.
You think that's why I bought the gun, to hurt myself?
Gosh, I hope not. I could... It's our cue. Come on, Joe.
She moved up close to me. Her hand touched the side of my face. Soft and warm.
We'll be waiting for you. We won't go on without you.
She left. I didn't know what to feel. Inside me, some of the hate was unwinding. I didn't want to hate him. I began thinking maybe I could get by today after all. And after today, I'd just beat it and never see him again. I began thinking how lucky it was that everything had gone wrong last night. I started for the door. And then I saw the two of them behind some props, kissing each other, while they were waiting for me. I'd never seen him kissing her before. I felt cold and empty. I went back into the dressing room. On the table was the tube of Vaseline I used to hold my hair in place. I stuck the tube into the waistband of my trunks. I didn't worry anymore about hurting the act. The act went off like clockwork. It always did. It was such second nature to us by now. The precision climb up the ladders to the two little takeoff platforms, me on one side of the ring, the two of them on the other. I felt good, like I always felt up here. I knew what was going to happen, but I wasn't fighting it anymore. When it came, that's all. And then it was time. All the easy stuff was over. We were ready for our big specialty, Tommy's triple somersault.
Ladies and gentlemen, your kind attention, please. It is once again my privilege to present the most breathtaking trapeze stunt in all the world.
I was already on the lower trapeze, lolling on the crossbar. It was Tommy's stunt, so no one noticed me. I reached up into the waistband of my trunks and flicked the cap off the tube of grease. I pinched the tube, and a coil of Vaseline spurted into my palm. I greased my wrists until they were as slippery as a pair of eels. That was where he was going to hang on to. Where he was going to try to hang on.
The great Joseph. The slightest miss will mean instant death.
Tommy signaled that he was ready. I was ready too. I turned lazily on the bar until my head hung down. I was dangling by my legs, flexing my arm, my eyes running over the row upon row of tiny upturned faces. It was a matter of seconds now. 5,000 pairs of eyes watching. 5,000 hearts starting to speed up. Even the peanut and popcorn boys had stopped. Just the roll of the drums building up, louder and louder. Without looking, I knew Fran was putting on Tommy's blindfold. In another second, I'd swing around and face them and begin the count. I began turning. What happened? I turned quickly. Fran was alone on the platform. For a split second, I couldn't figure it out. And then I saw Tommy falling through the air. He grabbed at a guy wire as he passed, and he held on. He slid down the wire, spiraling down in a sickening, crazy corkscrew, down all the way to the bottom, but never letting go. He landed in a huddle at the bottom, but then he picked himself up. So he was all right, nothing broken. Except the way he held his hand, you could tell it was as raw as if he'd cut it open with a knife. I swung around and looked up at Fran. She caught my eye and formed the words, "My fault," with her lips, and then, "Sorry." Then she had made him slip. She had kept him from swinging out on that trapeze. But why? I swung back. All of a sudden, I wanted to get down. I wanted to get away. But while my back was turned to her, she must have passed along the signal, because suddenly I heard...
Ladies and gentlemen, this unforeseen accident will not in any way change our spectacular triple somersault. The event will continue with the great Thomas's understudy, the lovely Frances.
I guess at first I was just too shocked to think. This was something I'd never figured on. Sure, she'd done the trick before, but then there was a split second in which she signaled me to drop my head and begin the count. And then before I could get my own desperate signal back to her to stop, not to go ahead, the black mask had dropped over her eyes and I was cut off from her. "Fran, don't do it! Don't do it!" But the drums had already begun that thunder. My voice couldn't reach her now. She'd swung the empty trapezes out into space. The count had begun. 1, as she let go. 2, as the trapeze made its arc. 3, as it returned. Twice more the empty trapeze would swing out, and then on its return she would grab it. "Fran,
Don't do it! Don't do it!
But I knew she could only hear the drums. If there were only some way to stop the drums. I heard the terrified roar of thousands of throats, and I knew it was death.
And who is the next of kin of the deceased?
Looks, officer, I told you I'm only the manager of this outfit. Why don't you ask those two over near the body? They know all about it. They're part of the act.
I told you I'd get to them. Now, how exactly did the deceased...
Listen, officer, why so many questions? It wasn't murder, you know. It was just an accident. Slipped and fell off the trapeze. I guess it was the excitement of seeing Tommy take that bad spill. Why can't you just put it down as an accident and let it go at that?
Look, I'm only following the rules, mister. I don't tell you how to run your circus.
Yeah, but when you're all finished with your questions, it'll still add up to the same thing. An aerialist named Joe Crosby was accidentally killed while giving a performance. Just as simple as that. Yeah. Poor Joe himself couldn't tell you any more, even if the dead could talk.
Thank you, Dana Andrews, for a splendid performance. Mr. Andrews will return in just a moment.
Hello.
Yes, Hap?
A question.
Shoot.
Do you ever run out of words?
Oh, now, Hap, be sensible. How could any guy run out of words with those sensational Autolite Stay Full batteries to talk about?
I got my answer.
Why, Hap, those Autolite Stay Full batteries have the start of a jackrabbit, the power of a bulldozer, and the life of a redwood all wrapped up in one. And to top it all off, they need water only 3 times a year in normal car use. So, friends, when you buy a battery, buy the best. Switch to Autolite, makers of over 400 automotive, aviation, and marine products in 27 plants from coast to coast. Autolite, the lifeline of your car. Always remember, Autolite means batteries.
Stay full batteries.
Autolite means spark plugs.
Ignition-engineered resistor spark plugs.
Autolite means ignition systems.
The lifeline of your car.
And now, here again is Mr. Dana Andrews.
My thanks to Tony Leader for the opportunity of appearing again on Suspense. It is always a pleasant and rewarding experience. And you'll have a pleasant and rewarding experience, I'm sure, next week when radio's outstanding theater of thrills brings you Robert Montgomery in another gripping study in
Suspense.
Dana Andrews appears through the courtesy of Samuel Goldwyn, producers of Enchantment. Tonight's suspense play was adapted by Larry Marcus from the short story by William Irish. Music was composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Fibber McGee and Molly, Charles Lawton, James Wyman, James Mason, and many others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. And next Thursday, same time, hear Robert Montgomery.
Remember, you're right with Autolite. So switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense.
This is the Man in Black, here again to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. Heading our Star Hollywood cast tonight is Mr. Warren William, and with him is Mr. Eric Blore. No fewer than 9 times have these two gentlemen appeared together in screen thrillers based on the adventures of one of the most celebrated characters of modern crime fiction. This familiar character will speak to you now for the first time on the air, as with the story called Murder Goes for a Swim, and the performances of Warren William as Michael Lanyard and Eric Blore as Jameson. We again hope to keep you in suspense.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. Nowadays, meeting me on the street, you'd most likely recognize me as Michael Lanyard, an author of sorts. But if you'll not be too free with the information, because I've been at some pains to allow bygones to be bygones, I was once known rather well by quite a different name. And there are still times when I find myself obliged, or should I say forced, to return to that character, to resort to the somewhat questionable talents of the lone wolf. As a matter of fact, my presence here this evening is prompted by an uncontrollable desire to reminisce a little. Eh, Jameson?
Oh, quite right, Mr. Lanyard. And if you'll pardon a gentleman for saying so, sir, playing nip and tuck with the police, meeting lovely ladies, you pilfering an occasional gem, I living, so to speak, from hand to pocket. Ha ha! Those were the days, sir.
Yes, those were the days.
Absconding at times. Perhaps a touch of embezzlement here and there.
Now, hold on, Jameson. If we're going to reminisce in public, I suggest we confine our recollections to our later period, when the lone wolf had become a gentleman of leisure and used his talents in the interests of law and order.
In that case, sir, I suggest you relate the episode of our little experience at that horrible party we attended at that Long Island estate. Remember, sir?
Of course, Jameson, the Rutherford Barnes estate. If I remember correctly, the occasion was some sort of charity bazaar. We were invited for the weekend. The phone rang just as we were about to leave the apartment.
Mr. Lanyard, this is Betty Lawson. You've never heard of me before, but I know you've been invited to spend the weekend with Mr. Rutherford Barnes. Please, you must accept the invitation. Come down immediately, right now. It's just a little after 2 o'clock. And if you're not too late, the lone wolf may be able to prevent a murder.
Jameson and I arrived at the Barnes estate a bare 2 hours after we'd received the mysterious telephone message. I was introduced to all kinds of people. First, the famous gossip columnist, Ralph Clinton.
Well, Mr. Lanyard, this is indeed a surprise, and I might say a pleasant addition to our little gathering. Something always happens when you're lone wolfing around. Oh, I know, you've reformed. But a fellow can hope for a little excitement, can't he? See you later, old man.
Then I met a very, very beautiful young lady.
Oh, Mr. Lanyard, we haven't met yet. I'm Cynthia Waring. I've read all your stories and admired the ingenious way you solve those baffling mysteries. I think you're wonderful, really.
And, of course, there was our host himself, Mr. Rutherford Barnes, who had recently announced his engagement to Miss Waring.
I believe you've met just about everyone, Lanyard. That is, everyone except Bill Hodges. He's the firebrand of our little congregation. He's probably wandering around walking off the effects of the last 10 cocktails. Just make yourself comfortable.
Strangely enough, I failed to meet a Miss Betty Larson, the frightened young lady who had phoned. Anyway, the afternoon wore on through the beauty contest at which I was elected to preside as judge, and at which Miss Cynthia Waring, looking very pretty in a big picture hat and hoop skirt, was the winner. After it was over, Jameson and I managed to break away from the rest of the guests, and to escape the heat of the afternoon, we prepared ourselves for a cooling dip in the pool.
I say, Mr. Lanyard, we've been to some pretty big and fancy places in our day, but this one is really something. This Rutherford Barnes person must be really an important person.
You're quite right, Jameson. Rutherford Barnes is listed in Who's Who as the gentleman who made a fortune out of sardines. Just think, an entire estate built of sardines.
Uncanny, isn't it,
Oh,
sir?
Jameson.
Forgive me, sir. No more puns, I promise.
Well, I should hope so.
I say, this pool is constructed just like a miniature lake. Lilies and all that sort of thing floating on top.
Quite naturally, if you're going down for the third time, you just take a lily with you.
Oh, what a jolly thought. Well, here goes. Watch this beautiful swan dive. I say, this is most unusual. There's a sort of a mermaid lying on the bottom of the pool. And she's very pretty, sir.
Last night it was a barmaid, today it's a mermaid.
No, but really, sir.
Well, I'm the judge in the beauty contest. I'd better go down and have a look.
Don't be away too long, sir. Remember, there are lots of warmer women in the world.
Jameson, quick! Here, give me a hand.
Good heavens. It's a girl.
Quick, here, lift her out of here. Hurry.
I'm doing my best.
I'll get up there and, here, now, let's put her down here.
You hold her there, sir. Yes,
Jameson, I'm afraid she's dead.
Well, what do you make of it, sir? What, was it an accident?
Well, I don't know. There's a pretty nasty bump on the side of her head.
Well, perhaps she slipped and hit her head as she fell.
Perhaps. But her bathing suit, not quite the style you'd put on to take a swim.
Possibly she was in the beauty contest.
Of course, that's it. The program listed 10 contestants, yet only 9 girls competed.
Meaning what, Mr. Lanyard?
Meaning, Jameson, that this poor kid was the 10th contestant. And if my hunch is correct, her name is Betty Larson.
The girl with the telephone message?
Precisely. And if her call was on the level, we did arrive too late, and she was murdered.
Mr. Lanyard!
Mr. Lanyard!
It's Mr. Barnes and Miss Waring. Take off your robe and cover up the body, Jameson.
Yes, sir.
Well, Lanyard, we've been looking all over for you, haven't we, Cynthia, dear?
Yes, of course. And I'm glad we found you, Mr. Lanyard. I've been wanting to thank you for awarding me the prize in the beauty contest this afternoon. I really didn't think that... Mr. Lanyard! There, at the edge of the pool.
Yes, it's a girl, and I'm afraid she's drowned.
Drowned? But... Oh, how horrible.
Oh, but how did it happen? Who is she?
I think she's Betty Larson. What do you think, Mr. Barnes? Here, look.
Good heavens.
Look.
Yes. Yes, that is Betty Larson. Why, I had no idea.
Then you do know the girl, Mr. Barnes.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, only recently I recommended her for a job. She's the local telephone operator.
And the village beauty. Mr. Barnes and Miss Larson were childhood sweethearts.
Mr. Barnes, tell me, do any of the other guests know this girl? Ralph Clinton, for instance. Could our famous columnist have possibly known Miss Larson?
Well, if not in person, most certainly by telephone. You see, for the last few weeks, Miss Larson handled my personal calls.
I see. Did she ever mention the fact that there might be a murder?
Murder?
Well, you see, I received a rather strange message.
Now, look here, Lanyard. If you're insinuating that Miss Larson was murdered, you're all wrong. It's perfectly obvious. She slipped and fell into the deep end of the pool. She can't swim. We couldn't hear her cry for help over the noise of the party, so the poor girl drowned.
As simple as that, eh?
Why, of course. And I'd appreciate it if you'd be kind enough not to mention this accident to any of the other guests. There's no need to disrupt the entire weekend. I'll notify the sheriff and call the coroner, and they'll take care of everything. I think it might be a good idea, Mr. Lanyard, since you seem so certain that a murder's been committed, that you and your man remain on the premises. Our famous lone wolf may have a little explaining of his own to do. Come along, Cynthia.
Oh, I'm completely at sea, Mr. Lanyard. The sheriff seems to think the whole thing was an accident, that this Miss Betty Larson person dived into the pool and that's how she hit her head.
I doubt that, Jameson. According to Barnes, the girl couldn't swim.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I think we have company.
Buddy.
Yeah?
If you see Mr. Barnes around, I want to see him.
I think he's over at the other side of the house, getting things ready for the bazaar.
Bazaar? They don't care how they celebrate a murder, do they?
If I'm not mistaken, you're Mr. Bill Hodges, eh?
Yeah. Betty Larson and I were going to get married. Everything was great until she starts going around with this society bunch. I got a few things to settle with that society crowd. Especially that keyhole peeper, Ralph Clinton.
You seem quite positive, Hodges, that your girl was murdered.
Well, what do you think it was, an accident? That girl could swim like a fish. Nothing could happen to her in the water.
Yeah, but Barnes says she couldn't swim a stroke.
I said she could swim like a fish.
But Barnes says...
Did you hear me, you little runt?
Amazing how that girl could swim.
Look here, Hodges, what makes you think Ralph Clinton had anything to do with this? Do you know you're practically accusing him of murder?
Listen, Betty stood me up twice last week. I followed her in my car, and she met Clinton both times. He was going to put her in this contest, and she was a cinch to win. He promised her. Then look what happens to her. She's dead. Murdered, I tell you.
Well, here comes Clinton now. Maybe you'd better tell him about it.
Oh, there you are, Hodges. I understand you've been looking for me.
Yeah, I have. And now I'm going to fix that pretty face of yours.
Yeah, wait a second. Here, you can't do that. Here, Jemison, help me break this up.
I will as soon as they stop punching me.
Hey, don't be a fool, Hodges. Stop it. Stop it, I say.
All right. All right, let go of me. Let go.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Lanyard. This man's a maniac.
Okay. But I'm warning you, Clinton. I'll see you again. When you ain't got your friends around.
Personally, I don't know whether the girl was killed or not, but if she was, our friend there, Hodges, will have a lot of explaining to do.
You mean you've got something on him, Mr. Clinton?
Well, when I was discussing the contest with Betty Larson a few days ago, she told me that Hodges had warned her not to enter it. It seems he was afraid that if she won, it might go to her head and she'd walk out on him. As a matter of fact, he told her to stay away from here.
Well, there's going to be a coroner's inquest in the morning, and I suggest that you tell this to the sheriff as soon as he returns.
Oh, why, tell that to the sheriff? Oh, no, I'd rather hate to do that. You see, Lanyard, someone in my position, I can't afford to get involved. After all, it's my business to report scandal and not get mixed up in it.
But look here, you...
Oh, I tell you what, give me a chance to think it over, and I'll see you at the treasure hunt tonight.
Oh, dear. 2 in the morning, Mr. Lanyard. What a ghastly hour to go tramping over the ground. Must we participate in this treasure hunt?
Of course, it's all a part of the weekend. Come in.
Well, it's the witching hour, Mr. Lanyard. Here's your envelope with the clues for the treasure hunt. You'd better hurry. Everybody's ahead of you.
Thank you, Mr. Clinton. We'll catch up.
Fine. This ought to be very interesting. Seeing the lone wolf stalking down his prey.
You know very well, Clinton.
Oh, sure. I forgot. You're not the lone wolf anymore. You're just nice, innocent Mr. Lanyard. Well, good hunting. See you later.
Well, here you are, Jameson. This is our clue. Go ahead, read it.
Under the oak and under the cover, where have met many a lover, light a match and look deep down, find your clue and win your crown. I say, isn't that lovely?
Can you decipher it?
Oh, of course, sir. It means,
Exactly, Jameson, the old well. That's where we'll find the next clue. Come on, let's get going. The well is down this path. It's right near the stables.
You mean when we get to the well, we find another clue?
That's right, and at the end is when we reach the treasure.
Oh, the treasure. I say, what is this treasure?
Jameson, it's unimportant what the treasure is. It might be a bag of jelly beans.
It all sounds very silly to me, sir. There's the well over there. And look here. It's got a wooden cover on it, exactly like it said on the poem. Well, what do we do now?
Now, wait a minute. Oh, yes, under the cover. Light a match and look deep down. Here, I'll take this lid off and put it here. Now, you light a match, Jameson.
Right, sir.
Our second clue must be somewhere inside the well.
Right-ho, just a moment.
Ah, there's the clue we're looking for. A piece of paper pinned on the wall inside the well with a big pin.
Oh, dash it all. Match went out. I'll light another one.
Oh, Jameson, hold it. Hold it. The inside of this well smells like gasoline.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does smell like it's full of...
Get away, Jameson. Blow that match out.
Oh, are you all right, Mr. Lanyard?
Yes, and no thanks to you.
Oh, I couldn't help it, sir. If you ask me, we walked right into a trap.
And quite obviously. Here, let me help you up.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, if I'd had any idea... Ouch!
Well, now what's the matter?
Oh, I've been stabbed.
Well, let me see. Oh, steady, Jameson. I'll pull it out.
Oh, be careful, sir. Oh. Oh!
There we are. And very interesting.
What is it, sir?
Oh, it's that big pin. You could have been hurt quite badly.
Well, if you ask me...
Come along, Jameson. We've got work to do.
And another thing, Mr. Barnes. We don't mind playing this little treasure hunt game of yours, but it's no fun when the prize is 2 bodies, especially if they happen to be our 2 bodies.
Oh, surely it was only an accident.
I wish I could believe that, Miss Waring.
But there's no rhyme, no reason for what's been happening. If the accident at the well was another attempt at murder, then all our lives could be in danger.
Steady, Cynthia, darling. I presume you have some idea of who the murderer might be, Mr. Lanyard.
You flatter me, Mr. Barnes.
I would think you had surely lined up 1 or 2 likely suspects, Mr. Lone Wolf.
Why don't you tell them about our friend Mr. Clinton, sir?
Clinton? Oh, well, there are some mighty interesting aspects to that road company Winchell. He was meeting Betty Larson secretly. At least that's what Hodges says.
I can believe that. Clinton would stoop to anything. I didn't want to have him around, but Cynthia felt that we should cater to him for the sake of publicity for the bazaar.
Hodges also insists that Clinton arranged for Miss Larson to enter the beauty contest, and that Clinton promised her that she would win. And there's the little incident at the well.
If you ask me, Clinton is in this thing right up to his clues.
Help! Mr. Barnes! Somebody come out here, hurry!
That sounds like Hodges.
He's right out there at the side of the house.
Well, come on. We can go through these French windows.
In here, in the bushes, you'd better hurry.
What is it, Hodges? What's wrong?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know anything about it.
Great heavens, look at Clinton.
Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. What awful things are going on. No,
I don't know how it happened. I was just coming down the path. There in the bushes, he was lying right
He's
down.
done for, all right, Mr. Lanyard. Shot. Murdered.
Murdered? You did this, Hodges. You said you'd get even with Clinton. Now you've done
I tell you, I don't know anything about it. I was just walking down along the path. I don't know anything about
It's all right, Hodges. You'll have an opportunity to prove your innocence.
Don't you have some theory about all this, Mr. Lyon?
There, Miss Waring. I think I can promise you at least that there won't be any more murders. Hold the flashlight a little higher, Jameson, on the clock on the mantelpiece.
Yes, sir. Just as you say, sir. But aren't we taking a bit of a risk, Mr. Lanyard? Leaving the estate without checking with the sheriff?
Shh, quiet, Jameson. If I don't find what I'm looking for here in Clinton's apartment, I'm afraid we'll have a lot of explaining to do.
I'd just as soon we didn't go back. There's been 2 murders already, and they say things come in 3s.
How interesting. Jameson, why do you think I've got you flashing the light on that clock on the mantelpiece?
Well, sir, I'm a bit rusty. I think it might be safe to say, well, it would be safe.
Exactly, Jameson. You never fail. The safe behind the clock on the mantelpiece.
I say, I was right. Ingenious, eh, Miss Lanyard?
You have your moments. Well, it's a long time since I've operated in this fashion, but we'll see, Jameson.
If you don't mind, sir, this is like old times.
I do mind, Jameson, but unfortunately, certain situations are born of necessity.
Then allow me to compliment you, sir. You haven't lost the old touch.
No, I'm not so sure. Ah, there we are.
Not much of a haul, if you ask me. Nothing but a stack of letters and a notebook.
Let's have a look.
All that trouble just for a bundle of papers. Just a waste of good time and talent. There could have been a pound of butter or a gas coupon or a back axle or...
Aha!
I say, what's so interesting?
Just the...
Did you find a clue to the murders?
Just the motive, Jameson. Just the motive.
Look here, you can't keep me here, Sheriff. All I did was find Clinton. You can't hang a guy for that.
Keep your shirt on, Hodges. Nobody moves out of this room till Lanyard shows up. If he doesn't come in 5 minutes, I'm going to put out a call and have him pulled in.
Seems to me that Mr. Lanyard has admitted his guilt by disappearing.
Well, whatever the case may be, I think you should allow me to go. After all, this is my house, and I do have guests. They might think it rather strange if their host isn't around.
Look, Mr. Barnes, party or no party, there's been a couple of murders committed around this joint, and everybody in this room is under suspicion.
Really, Sheriff? If you're going to keep us here and allow Mr. Lanyard to stay...
Good evening, Sheriff. Jameson, say good evening to the Sheriff. He's been very patient, I hope.
Good evening, sir. Constable. Sheriff.
All right, you two. You'd better make it good. Running away from the scene of the crime won't sit so well in court.
Please accept my apologies, Sheriff.
Well, now that you're here, Mr. Lanyard, perhaps we can clear up this nasty mess.
Yes, I presume you've been spending your time checking up on the murders, Mr. Lanyard.
That's right. And I've uncovered a few details which I'm sure will prove most interesting, Miss Waring.
You're wasting time, Lanyard. Somebody in this room has been running around committing murders, and I'm going to find out who it is or die
trying.
Who said that?
Oh, if it's all the same to you, Sheriff, I think I'll join the other guests.
Now, isn't that thoughtful of you? Get away from that door before you tempt me to bring the murder score up to 3.
Do as he says, Jameson. After all, you don't want to miss all the fun. In just a minute, you're going to have the pleasure of meeting the murderer.
Yes, that's just what I'm afraid of, sir.
All right, Lanyard. Let's have it.
Very well, Sheriff. First, allow me to review events from the beginning. Just as Jameson and I were leaving for Mr. Barnes's residence, we received a rather unusual telephone message. It was Betty Larson. That was about 2 p.m., wouldn't you say, Jameson?
5 minutes after 2, to be exact, sir.
Thank you. We arrived at Mr. Barnes's estate by 3:30. At 5, Jameson and I went for a swim in the pool. It was then we found Miss Larson. At what time did the coroner examine her, Sheriff?
Around 7 in the evening. But what difference does it make? The poor girl had been dead for 10 hours.
All the difference in the world, my dear fellow. Simple arithmetic will show you that it was impossible for Miss Larson to call me at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, she'd already been dead for 5 hours.
Hodges, you did it. You paid someone to make that call.
You're crazy. I had nothing to do with it.
Pipe down, Hodges. Go on, Lanyard.
Sheriff, what do you think was used to murder Miss Larson?
Well,
Could this have been the weapon?
The pin, the one I fell on when the well exploded.
Yes, Jameson. Let me paint a rather gruesome picture for you, Sheriff. Miss Larson is called down to the edge of the swimming pool. Someone who poses as a friend suggests that she try on a hat. In trying it on, our murderer, pretending to assist, neatly jabs Miss Larson and thrusts the pin through the base of her brain.
Oh, how horrible. Could I examine the pin, please?
Why, of course, Mr. Barnes.
Why, it's a hat pin. Well, Cynthia, it's the one you had in the large hat you wore in that beauty contest. Cynthia, it was you.
All right, stand back, all of you.
Look here, sister, you can't get away with this.
Shut up! And listen, all of you. I assure you I know how to handle this gun, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Cynthia,
Stand back, Hodges.
I don't get you, Cynthia. What earthly reason would you have for killing Betty? She wanted to be your friend.
That's a laugh. Listen, little boy Blue. A telephone operator sometimes hears too much for her own good. How do you think she got all those fine furs? From some boyfriend? No, she was too daffy about you, so she decided to try her hand at blackmail.
Blackmail?
That's right. Only she pushed me just a bit too far.
Why,
Get
you...
back, all of you! You, prune face!
Who, me?
I don't mean your brother. Open the door. Go on, open it!
Yes, ma'am.
Now stand back, all of you. Ha! Very amusing picture. That's right, Mr. Lanyard. Step forward just a little.
I'd like to thank you for spoiling a most delightful weekend. Here's a little something to remember me by.
Jameson, are you all right?
Yes, I think so, sir.
Oh, thank heaven.
Yeah, you did a good job, Jameson. You not only saved Mr. Leonard from getting shot, but when you fell against this door, you also managed to knock Miss Waring colder than a doornail.
Oh, it was nothing, really.
And as for you, sister, maybe these bracelets will keep you out of trouble. Because when you come to, you're going to find yourself booked for murder.
Double murder, Sheriff. Dig the bullet out of the wall over there, and you'll find it will match the one found in Clinton's body.
Well, what do you know? Come on, Hodges, give me a hand.
Okay, Sheriff. I can't believe it. Why, Cynthia and I had so many plans together. It's hard to believe that she could be responsible for those horrible murders.
I'm afraid she was. Mr. Barnes, this is Mr. Clinton's notebook. Several canceled checks and a few letters. Look them over, and you'll discover that your dream girl, Miss Cynthia Waring, has quite a number of aliases, and in certain circles has a reputation for landing the biggest fish in the pool. Then, after she's collected enough money, she tosses them back. You were her next victim, Mr. Barnes. And as for the unfortunate Mr. Clinton, being a newspaper man and gossip columnist, he ferreted out her little scheme and, in turn, was blackmailing Miss Waring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that just about puts the cap on that story of our little adventure at the estate of Rutherford Barnes. Miss Cynthia Waring was a very shrewd and fast-thinking young lady. She got one victim with a gun. She almost got Jameson and me at the old well when the gasoline exploded, all of which began with the first and most ingenious of the murders, the particularly cold-blooded murder of Betty Larson with that hat pin. And, Jameson, of course, we have you to thank for having discovered that most important bit of evidence, the pin itself.
Yes, Mr. Lanyard. And I must say, I got quite a lift out of that myself when I discovered it.
Now, Jameson, remember your promise. Suffice it to say, you discovered the pin. The hard way, I admit.
Oh, yes, sir. There's no doubt about that. The criminal would never have been stuck in the final analysis if I hadn't sat down and got myself stuck.
That will be all, Jameson. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
And so closes Murder Goes for a Swim, starring Warren William with Eric Blore. The first appearance of the lone wolf on the air, and tonight's tale of Suspense. This is your narrator, the man in black, who conveys to you Columbia's invitation to spend this half hour in suspense with us again next week, when Laird Cregar will star in the suspense play, The Last Letter of Dr. Bronson, with a cast of 4 distinguished Hollywood players, Helen Vinson, Harold Huber, Ian Wolfe, and Theodore von Eltz. The producer of these broadcasts is William Spear, who, with Robert Louis Cheon, the guest director, Bernard Herrmann and Lucienne Marowik, conductor and composer, collaborated on tonight's Suspense.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you the MGM star, Mr. Keenan Wynn, as star of The Night Reveals, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Keenan Wynn in a remarkable tale of suspense.
Go ahead. Tell us the story, Mr. Jordan. It might help to get it out of your system.
Yes. Go ahead, Harry.
Well, tell it here, Marie, in front of you?
Sure. I can stand it if you can.
Well, all right. I'll tell it. From when I first began to know, for sure, 2 weeks ago. I should have known before that something was wrong. I should have known by her eyes. It was a queer look in them, staring at me one minute, avoiding me the next. Well, I came home late one Monday night. They were asleep, my son Johnny and my wife here, Marie. I lay in bed reviewing my day's work. You see, I'm an investigator for the Herkimer Fire Insurance Company, and while thinking about the fire on 2nd Avenue, I fell asleep. Suddenly, I was sitting bolt upright, wide awake, with a strange feeling of being alone in the room. I looked towards Marie's bed. It was too dark to see. I called. Marie? Marie? No answer. I got up and I walked to her bed. The quilt was bunched up. I pulled the covers down. The bed was empty. In the bathroom? No, she wasn't there. And not in Johnny's room either. Johnny was alone. Marie wasn't in the apartment. I put on the light. I looked at my watch. It was 2 in the morning. I got dressed, walked out, rang for the elevator. It was nothing. Of course it was nothing important. But my heart kept hammering away.
Oh, morning, Mr. Jordan. Kind of late for you.
Yes. Good morning, Steve. Did you see my wife go downstairs?
Yeah, Mr. Jordan, about half an hour ago, I'd say.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Did you see which way she went?
Yeah, sure. She went towards 3rd Avenue. Said she was going to the...
Going to the drugstore, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. There's one over on 96th Street, open all night, you know.
Oh, thanks. Well, that was it. She went to the drugstore. I was worried over nothing at all. I didn't know what to do, quite. I didn't want to follow her, but the elevator boy was watching me, so I strolled easily along toward 3rd Avenue. I stood on the deserted dark corner and looked up and down the street. Then I saw her coming. She was walking toward me briskly.
Harry, what are you doing here?
Well, I got up and saw you were gone.
I couldn't sleep. Had a dreadful headache, so I decided to go down for some aspirin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. The drugstore on 96th Street. But you were coming from 98th Street.
I took a little walk, thought some fresh air would do me some good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice night.
I've only been gone about 10 minutes.
Well, Steve said you were gone about a half an
It
hour.
was only 10 minutes. What time is it now?
2:35.
I've been out for about 15 minutes.
Oh, it's more than that.
It was 15 minutes, no more than that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Well, everything seemed all right, but still I felt something was wrong. We got into our apartment and we both went to bed. For a minute or so, we said nothing.
Listen. A fire. A fire.
Yeah. Yeah, not far. Over east a couple of blocks. By the river, I'd say. Hey, it's my district.
A fire.
Hello.
Hello, Harry. Sorry to wake you in the middle of the night, but there's a bad one over near you. Between 2nd and 3rd. Maybe a total loss.
Between 2nd and 3rd, Mr. Parmenter? Oh, an apartment building.
Yeah. 98th Street, 340 East 98th. I called you because I'd like you to go there direct first thing in the morning instead of coming to the office. Okay, I'll meet you there.
Okay, Mr. Parman. Good night.
A fire on 98th Street.
Yeah. I couldn't see Marie in the dark, but I knew. I knew she was staring at me. I was very tired. Good night, Marie.
Good night, Harry.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Keenan Wynn with Kathy Lewis in The Night Reveals by Cornell Woolrich. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. Tomorrow and Saturday, most American households will be busy with preparations for Easter Sunday dinner, the traditional feast ending the Lenten season. Time-honored accompaniment to gracious Easter dining and entertaining is wine, enjoyed throughout the ages by families and friends for pleasure and companionship in a sensible, moderate way. A fine wine that will add good taste and friendliness to your Easter day is Roma, the wine most Americans prefer. And most popular of all Roma wines is Roma California Sherry, a light, mellow wine of inviting fragrance and unusual nut-like taste. The centuries-old custom of sipping sherry before dinner is now more popular than ever. And today, millions of Americans, especially those who seek good living, enjoy Roma Sherry before each evening meal. Yes, Roma Sherry is truly America's first call for dinner. Try Roma Sherry before dinner. Discover how it increases your mealtime pleasure. Get Roma Sherry tomorrow, in time for the Easter weekend. Remember, that's Roma. R-O-M-A. Roma. America's favorite wine.
And now Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Keenan Wynn as Harry Jordan and Kathy Lewis as his wife Marie in The Night Reveals, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Go on, Mr. Jordan. Well, gentlemen, the next morning I went over to 98th Street to inspect the remains of number 340 and to see if there was evidence of anything suspicious about the origin of the fire. And Mr. Parmenter was there.
There it is. Got it. Guess we'll be paying off on this one all right.
Yeah, completely burned out. Anyone hurt?
A few. No one dead. Lucky they just installed the new fire escapes.
Just the walls left. Fire must have been quite a sight in the height of its glory.
Yeah, quite a sight. Say, those walls look pretty bad. Might collapse most any time.
Oh, the building will have to be raised. That fire did a good job.
Oh, there's the commissioner.
Oh, hello, Parmenter. Jordan?
How are you, Morrell?
Know anything about the fire, Commissioner?
No, not a thing.
Well, we'll have a look.
I wouldn't go in there, Jordan. Those walls...
Oh, I can take care of myself.
Maybe you better not go inside, Harry.
Now, don't worry about me. I know fires as well as anyone. You stay outside, Mr. Parmenter. I'm going in. I walked gingerly into the blackened, ruined hallway, in ashes up to my ankles, until I reached the remains of the stairway. Underneath were several baby carriages, just twisted pieces of metal. A burning fragment of something fell nearby.
Come on back, Jordan.
Oh, I'm all right. I poked around near the carriages, sifting through the fine, clean ashes. Something caught my eye. A glob of yellow metal. I picked it up, and I worked my way out.
She's burned through, isn't she?
Yeah, clean through. Nothing left of her.
Did you find anything, Harry?
Oh, nothing much. Fire started in the hallway, all right. Cellar's untouched. Fire works its way up.
What's that in your hand?
Oh, that? Oh, it's just a piece of metal I found.
Oh.
Here, just picked it up for my kid. He likes shiny things.
What do you think, Commissioner?
Oh, probably one of those gadgets they have on baby carriages.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Yeah.
It isn't anything.
But it was something. I had run my fingernail across this glob of metal. It looked like gold. I would examine it in detail at home.
Hello, Daddy.
Well, how are you, Johnny?
Mama says I was bad today.
Harry, you're home early.
Yeah, I got through sooner than I expected.
What is it? What is it, Harry?
Your locket. You're not wearing it. You never had it off before.
My locket? Well, don't you remember?
Daddy, can I go over to see Davy Taylor for a minute?
Yes, Johnny, go ahead.
All right. Gee, thanks, Daddy.
You shouldn't have done that, Harry. I didn't want him to go. He hasn't had his dinner.
Never mind, Johnny. What did you say happened to the locket?
Why, I gave it to you.
To me?
Well, I put it in your pocket to have it fixed. The catch was loose.
I don't remember.
I put it in your pocket, Harry. I forgot to mention it to you. I wanted you to take it to the jeweler's, get the catch fixed. I just put it in your coat pocket while you were shaving.
When?
Yesterday? Yes, yesterday morning.
Well, then it should be in my pocket now. I wore this suit yesterday, too. Nothing in my pockets, Marie.
Well...
Marie.
Yes, Harry?
Is anything wrong with you?
I'm perfectly all right. There's not a thing wrong with me.
Well, you look worried, as if you had something on your mind.
No, it's nothing. I've just been having a headache.
Maybe you ought to see a doctor.
No, it really doesn't amount to much.
Well, I think I'll take another look for the locket. Which suit did you say you put it in?
Your blue suit, I think. Maybe it was the gray, though. I
couldn't make it out. What had she done with the locket? Had she pawned it? Had she given it away? And then I remembered something. I went into the bathroom and locked the door. I looked at this shapeless little glob of yellow metal. I rubbed the blackened spots away until all of it was gleaming. I took a nail file out of the medicine chest and began to file it. I kept filing until I had enlarged the crack to the full length of the piece of gold. Then I slipped the nail file inside and pried it open. Tiny fragments of glass, and then I saw a piece of scorched paper. It was a photograph. A picture of my son, Johnny. This glob of metal was my wife's locket. I put the locket and the picture in my pocket and walked out.
All right, now. Now, what's the largest continent in the world?
I know it's Asia.
Mm-hmm. And the next largest?
That's easy. Africa, full of jungles. That's where Tarzan lives.
Isn't it time for Johnny to be in bed?
Yes, I had no idea it was so late. You run along to your room, Johnny. I'll be in a minute.
All right, Mother. Good night, Dad.
Good night, Johnny. Sleep well.
He's getting along very well in school, except for arithmetic. Seems to be having a little trouble.
Johnny will be all right.
Yes, Johnny will be all right. I know he'll be all right.
I watched her. She seemed very uneasy. I walked over to my pipe rack where I kept several books of matches in a jar, but there weren't any there. All this time I knew she was watching me closely. I looked behind the rack. There wasn't a match around. What the devil happened to all my matches?
I have a match. Here, let me light it for you.
Did you take the matches out of the jar, Marie?
Well,
Did you?
Well, yes, I needed them in the kitchen. Shall I light your pipe for you?
No, I'll light it myself. I picked a match out of the booklet. It was a clean white match with a green head. I struck it against the side. The match sputtered up into a yellow flame, fringed on the bottom with blue. Marie stared at it until I felt the sharp bite of the flame on my thumb.
Would you like a cup of tea, Harry?
No, dear, I don't think so. Marie! Leave the matches on the table.
I need them. I'm rather short of matches. The pilot light isn't working.
Is this the only book of matches in the house?
I'll have to get some tomorrow. Where are you going, Harry?
Get a drink of water?
No, I'll get it for you, Harry.
Never mind, Marie. I'll get it myself. I went into the kitchen. There was a paper bag alongside the gas range. Matches, all thrown in helter-skelter. Books of matches and safety matches, all mixed together. I walked back and sat down in my chair. Marie, you've been having headaches lately.
I'm just tired. Nothing serious.
Well, how would you like to go away for a few days? You know, take a vacation. I'll get a maid to take care of Johnny and me. It'd do you a lot of good.
No, I don't need a vacation. There's nothing wrong with me, but, Harry, there is...
Yes?
There's nothing the matter with...
You were about to say something else.
I've got to go into Johnny's room and see that he's covered. He always throws the covers off.
I sat there, looking at the door, and then I glanced about the room. There was the pack of matches lying open on the table. I closed the cover, and my eye caught her purse lying nearby. It was bulging.
Harry.
Oh, what's the matter?
My purse.
Yeah. Yes, your purse. Here, look. See, the handle's loose. And it's full of matches. 12 books of them. And these newspaper clippings.
Give it back to me.
Why are you saving these clippings? Why do you carry matches with you?
I bought the matches in a store, a dozen for 5 cents.
And these clippings. Fire on 112th Street causes severe damage. And these others. Why are you saving these clippings, Marie?
There's nothing wrong in that. I'm interested. I'm interested in your work. I intend to keep a file on fires. It will help you in your work.
That's very considerate, Marie.
Oh, Harry, you're so good. Why should this have to happen to us?
Towards midnight, I went to bed. Marie did not follow me. I lay in the semi-darkness, wide awake, trying to think what I should do. I couldn't collect my thoughts. Every time I closed my eyes, I could see the flame of the match, yellow and blue, crawling along the matchstick.
Here, drink this, Harry. It will help you sleep.
What is it?
It's cocoa. It's very good for you.
I'm not the one that's having trouble falling asleep.
We both couldn't sleep last night. I'm taking some of this myself as soon as I go to bed.
All right. Leave it on the nightstand.
You'll be sure to drink it while it's hot.
Yes, Marie, I will.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Marie. Cocoa. And then suddenly I knew. I looked around quickly for something to pour it in. There was the radiator pan. It was empty. I poured the cup of liquid into it. And then I lay back and waited. Waited for her next move. About a half an hour later, I heard the door open softly and Marie tiptoed toward my bed.
Harry? Harry? Are you asleep?
I didn't answer. Just kept breathing evenly. She hovered for a moment over me and then she tiptoed out, carefully closing the door behind her. I dashed out of bed and hurried into my clothes. Quickly, I poured the liquid from the pan into a bottle and put the bottle into my pocket. Then I grabbed my coat and followed her. I rang for the elevator. She only a few minutes headway. I'd catch up with her easily, and then we'd have a showdown. Steve looked at me with controlled amazement. Hello, Steve.
Oh, hello, Mr. Jordan.
My wife went down a moment ago, didn't she?
Yeah, Mr. Jordan. Just took her down.
She went toward 3rd Avenue, didn't she?
I think so, sir. She sort of stopped for a minute, then turned toward 3rd Avenue. I had to get back to the elevator because you were ringing.
When I reached the corner, I looked up and down 3rd Avenue. Then I saw her. She was walking north. I crossed to the other side of the street and followed her, keeping at a distance. At 98th Street, she turned east. Down the middle of the block was the remains of that last night's fire. She paused in front of the gutted building. For a long time, just stood there, looking at it. Then she walked inside. I waited for a few seconds and then followed her. It was pitch dark in the burned-out hallway. Ahead of me, I could see the glow of a match. Then I saw what she was doing. She was collecting the charred debris near the baby carriages. How foolish. There wasn't anything that could burn there now. She lit another match. I watched the flame light up her face. Her face so intent upon her work that she didn't hear me approach. Marie!
Who's there?
It's me, Harry.
Harry, why did you...
Come along, Marie. We'd better get out of here. The police. I took her hand, and without a word, she came along. We walked home in complete silence. We both knew. When we came to our apartment house, I stopped and rang for the elevator. In the light of the hallway, I could see her face. My wife's face. Ashy gray. Her eyes bright and painful. You run upstairs, Marie. I'll be along in a minute.
Harry, where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Please, Harry, don't do anything.
You run along, Marie.
You're not going to...
No, I'm only going to the drugstore to get something. I'll be back in a few minutes. I came home a half an hour later. She was waiting for me.
Did you do it, Harry? Harry, please tell me. I've got to know.
I had the cocoa you gave me analyzed.
I'm sorry. I had to do it. Don't you see? I couldn't help it.
It was very easy for the druggist, especially when I told him what I thought was in it. That sodium stuff that makes you sleep through an earthquake.
Please try to understand, Harry. You must understand.
Is the kid asleep?
Yes, Johnny's all right.
Well, I was sorry for Marie. She looked so haggard and worn. It wasn't her fault. I was sorry for myself. My head was roaring. I wasn't feeling too well. I kept seeing sparks in front of my eyes. I closed my eyes for a moment.
Let's go to bed, Harry.
Marie, we can do something. Let's burn up every match. Every match in the house. We'll never bring another match in here.
No, Harry, we can't do that.
You don't want to?
No, Harry, not now.
See? This is the first book. It's turning black. We'll do it with every book of matches.
It's no use. It's no use, Harry.
Strange, isn't it, that this should happen to me? Me, a fire inspector. Oh, that's funny. Give me the matches, Marie. All the matches.
No, I can't do that. I won't.
Give them to me.
Please don't. Please don't take them. I'll do anything you want, anything.
Where did you hide them? Tell me. Where are they?
Inside the range behind the paper bag.
I dropped her hand and she sank to the floor in a huddle, weeping. Then I went into the kitchen and I got all the matches.
Please, Harry, don't burn them up.
By now, my anger was cooling off. Look, Marie. Look up. See? I light each book of matches one at a time until they're all gone up in smoke. The yellow flame licked its way down the matches. The cover caught fire and blackened. I watched her look at the flame with dazed eyes.
Listen, Harry, do you hear?
Well, it's just someone in the hall.
It's more than someone. Something's happened. Something has happened.
I'll take a look.
The house is afire.
Yes, Marie. Wake up, Johnny.
Johnny!
We'll have to hurry. The flames are coming up the stairs. There's an upward draft.
What's the matter?
The house is afire. The house is afire. We've got to get out.
Well, it's too late to go down. We'll have to go up through the roof.
I've hurt my leg.
Mother,
Johnny.
wait for Mother.
She'll come along.
No, I want to wait for Mother.
It's all right, Johnny. Go along with Daddy. I'll follow you.
No, I won't.
Hold on to my arm, Marie. Hold on. Come on. Give me your hand, Johnny. Now, don't be scared. The fire won't hurt you. It won't hurt you at all. You're safe with me. We made our way upstairs very slowly because of Marie's sprained ankle. Finally, we got to the roof. There were some firemen on the next roof. About 10 feet separated the two buildings.
All right, don't get panicky. We'll get you off safely.
We're going to have to jump across, Daddy. Mother won't be able to jump. Her foot.
It's all right, Johnny. Don't be scared.
Putting a board across the two roofs. We'll just walk across.
All right, now. One at a time. Tie the rope around you and come across.
Johnny, you go first. But don't be afraid there. The rope will hold you in case you slip.
But Mother, you got to go first.
I'll go right after you, Johnny.
You promise.
Go ahead, Johnny. Mother will follow you. No, don't turn around. Keep walking.
All right, the kid's safe. Now you, lady. Oh, be careful, board. Hey, the board slipped. Hey, honey, one of you guys get another board. It's all right. Your mother's going to be all right.
You pushed the board off, Harry. I saw you do it.
No, I didn't, Marie. I didn't.
Ah, there it is. Okay, lady. Just tie the rope around you. Don't be afraid. Don't look down. Ready? Okay, boys. There, she's all right. Now you, mister.
All right.
That's right. Tie the rope around you. All set. Okay.
On the ground, we stood there, the three of us, watching the fire. Sparks were shooting up through the hole where it had bitten through. Great flames shot out, stabbing at the sky. The top of the roof was burning now. A red flame crawled along, searching out the inflammable spots. A wooden pole caught fire and blazed up in a long, narrow, curving arc. The wind was helping it. And all this time, Marie was shaking violently. Not with cold. I pitied her. And then she threw up her hands and shrieked. Now, darling, don't.
I can't stand this. We can't go on this way. Police!
Now, don't do it, Marie. Now, there's no need. Not the police. You don't know what you're saying.
Hey, what's the matter over here? What is it, lady? What is it? You
Pay
better
no
calm-
attention.
No, it's no use, Harry. Officer, these awful fires. They're not accidental. There's a pyromaniac, a criminal. I know who it is. You've got to arrest the person. Arrest him, so there won't be any more.
All right, lady, all right. Now, what is this? Who's the pyromaniac?
The criminal is my husband, Harry Jordan. This man here. Arrest him, officer.
That's about all there is to the story, gentlemen. Then I was brought here. Must have sounded kind of, painful for you to hear it all over again, Marie.
No. It was all right, Harry.
I wonder... Oh, I got a cigarette. Could I?
No. I'll light it for you, Harry.
You don't have to worry. I won't try and keep the matches here. She's been awful good to me, gentlemen. Take care of her, won't you? She tried everything to help. She hid the matches so as to keep them from me. She even tried to give me sleeping pills so I wouldn't...
It's all right, Harry.
I'm sorry about the locket, dear. Must have fallen out of my coat when I was in that building at 98th Street.
It's all right, Harry. You can buy me another one sometime.
You can't blame anybody for liking fires. It's not their fault. Fires are beautiful to watch. So bright and clean. They burn up all the filth and dirt. And they're magnificent to watch. Especially the big ones. The way the flames roar and crackle, lighting up everything around you. The beautiful fire. The beautiful fire. Beautiful fire.
Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. As traditional as fine frocks for the Easter parade is fine wine with Easter dinner. Here's how you can enjoy this festive Easter dining custom and still keep within your budget. Serve delicious Roma California Burgundy. At the first sip, you'll discover why robust Roma Burgundy is the perfect flavor mate for your favorite roast or ham. How Roma Burgundy's taste harmony with fine foods brings out hidden flavor in every morsel. Best of all, red Roma Burgundy with its rich, exciting color, exquisite full bouquet, and tempting taste luxury is a treat you can enjoy often. For fine Roma wines, America's first choice, cost no more than ordinary wines. Put Roma Burgundy on your weekend shopping list now. Give your family the utmost in gracious, satisfying Easter dining. Insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
Keenan Wynn appeared through courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of The Postman Always Rings Twice. Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you Nancy Kelly, a star of Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Yes, Roma wines taste better because only Roma selects from the world's greatest wine reserves for your pleasure. And now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A. Roma Wines present
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Miss Ava Gardner in Lady in Distress, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those better tasting California wines enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine. For friendly entertaining, for delightful dining. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant. As Roma Wines bring you Ava Gardner in a remarkable tale of suspense.
The rain was coming down in torrents, washing huge streaks of gravel from the hillsides onto the road. It was getting dark, and I was beginning to worry. I'd been waiting nearly an hour, and then I saw it. He was edging along the side of the road, his coat collar turned up against the rain, coming toward me. I eased the car into gear and drove up toward him. He had no raincoat on, and he must have been walking for quite a ways, because he was soaked through, dripping with the rain. He stuck out his hand when he saw me, and I stopped.
You going to town?
By the Lower Road, is that all right?
Well, that's even better. Thanks, lady.
Out of the corner of my eye, I looked him over. He was fairly young, a little pale and nervous. There was no real fear there, and there was a lot of strength. The kind I liked.
It's a miserable-looking world tonight, but it's great to be out in it.
Maybe you're right.
I know I'm right. Little somebody takes the privilege away from you of going where you want to go and doing what you want to do. And you know how good it is to be out.
You used the word out twice. Did you just get out of someplace?
Yeah.
Where?
It's my business.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I. I shouldn't be so touchy with you. You were nice to me, giving me a ride. Only if I told you where I came from, it might frighten you.
I don't think it would.
Look at me. There's only one place a guy like me would get out of.
Jail?
They call it the state penitentiary.
Oh, yes, I passed it a half hour ago. Did you just get out?
Just got out this morning.
This morning? This is Sunday.
So what?
The state penitentiary doesn't release men on Sunday. Only on weekdays.
Well, they released me. You think I broke out? Well, maybe you're wrong, and maybe you're right. What are you jumping for? I'm just reaching for a cigarette. Mind if I smoke?
No, you can smoke.
Cigarette?
No, thanks.
What are you getting nervous about?
I'm not nervous.
See? I told you if you knew where I came from, you'd be frightened. It's natural.
Why did you tell me?
I just felt like talking. I haven't talked to a dame, a lady, for a long time.
Like it?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I ever talked to one quite like you before.
What do you mean, quite like me?
You know what I mean. You know what you got on a ball, every bit of it.
You like that?
I could try.
Don't get me wrong. I don't usually pick people up.
Okay, relax. I'm not going to do anything to you. Just drive me into the city and let me off. Of course, it would be nice if you didn't say anything to anybody about picking me up.
I won't say anything.
What are you turning in here for?
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day.
You can wait a little while longer.
We have 90 more miles to drive, and I'm going to get a sandwich now.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let's just understand. You know what this is, don't you?
It's a gun.
And it shoots. Don't forget that.
I won't.
Okay, on your way. After you.
Well, nice weather for ducks, huh, folks?
Yeah. You, all alone in here, Mac?
Yep, glad you dropped in. Suppose you're in a hurry to get home, though. Back to the kiddies and the mother-in-law, huh?
Yeah.
Now, what do you have?
Coffee and a hamburger, please.
Make it two.
Coming up. Everything on those burgers?
Sure.
Well, what's a little onion among friends, huh?
Excuse me a minute.
Hey, where you going?
If you're going over to use that telephone, lady, you might just as well not bother. It's out of order. I'm trying to get it fixed.
Well, I wasn't going to use the phone. I was going to get some cigarettes.
You don't say.
I knew he didn't believe me. He didn't say anything, but the way he looked at me, I could tell. We finished our hamburgers, and I paid for them, and then we went back to the car.
What'd you want to make a telephone call for?
I wasn't going to.
Wasn't because of me, was it?
I told you I wasn't going to make a call. I just wanted some cigarettes.
You turned down my cigarette a little while ago.
They were the wrong brand.
You bought the same brand I offered you. Who are you trying to kid, beautiful?
Oh, let's not talk about it. It's not important. What are you going to do now that you're out?
I got a job to do. I got to take care of somebody.
You mean your family?
No, beautiful. Somebody I got to buy a coffin for. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to buy the coffin. I'm just going to make it easier for somebody to get one.
Sounds an awful lot like you mean you're going to kill somebody.
It's as easy as that. I am.
Why?
I told you I just got out of prison, didn't I?
Well, you don't want to get back in.
It doesn't happen to make much difference. You see, there isn't much useful left in my life. I'm through.
Revenge, huh?
Yeah. With all these debts settled, a guy could die happy.
That's a strange philosophy.
Is it? What are you driving so fast for?
I'm in a hurry. I have to get home.
It's okay with me. The sooner I get this thing over, the better.
Get what over?
Hey, that's a cop. That's what you get for driving so fast.
Why, I didn't realize it.
Pull over. If they ask any questions, tell them I'm your brother. See, your brother.
I will.
Don't say anything you'd be sorry for, beautiful.
You're going pretty fast for these wet roads, lady.
I'm sorry. I really didn't realize it.
If you'd skidded into a telephone pole, you would have. Let me see your license.
It must be here somewhere.
That your husband?
No, that's my brother. Oh, here's the license.
Thanks. Oh. Where have I seen this name before?
I don't know.
Oh, sure. Your husband's in the department, isn't he?
Well, yes, he is.
You nervous about something?
No, I'm just tired.
Okay. But just take it easy from now on. Here's your license.
I will. Thanks a lot.
So your husband's in the police department?
Yes.
Maybe he'll get a promotion.
For catching you?
Don't be foolish. Nobody's going to catch me unless I want him to. Not even you, beautiful.
What did you mean about my husband? About his getting a promotion?
Well, just between you and me, you know what I mean. Somebody I got to take care of is also in the department.
What department?
Don't act dumb. The police department.
Oh.
Keep your eyes on the road.
I am.
You weren't. You were looking at me.
Well, what do you expect me to do? You don't exactly make me comfortable sitting there.
You recognized me, didn't you? Didn't you?
I'm not sure.
Yes, you are. And that could be a mistake.
Believe me, I don't know who you are or anything about you.
That's a lie. Stop looking at me.
All right.
I'm going to kill Ralph Harris.
I don't want to know anything about it.
Yes, you do. You know Ralph pretty well.
No, I don't. I never heard of him.
Stop dummying up. I saw the license when you handed it to the cop. I'm going to kill your husband, Mrs. Harris. You knew it back a few miles on the road. I could see it the way you looked at me. You know, somehow I get the idea you're not going to mind that like you should. Why don't you say something?
I can't think of anything.
Now that you know, I think you and me are going to have a little understanding.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just reaching for your pocketbook.
I only have $10 in it.
I don't need money that bad.
Then what?
I'm going to get your address. Women carry more things. Here it is. 627 Mill Street, huh? Here, you can have your pocketbook back. I'm going to take the license. I'm going to make sure I don't forget.
What are you going to do with me?
I haven't quite decided yet, beautiful. I haven't quite decided.
over at him again. I knew he meant it exactly. He hadn't quite decided. Things had gone far enough. From here on out, I had to make it convincing, or else. Look, Sullivan.
Oh, so you do know my name.
Yes, I know your name. I remember you. I was at trial. They framed you.
Did he tell you that?
They didn't have to. The whole department knew it. They needed a conviction, and you were it.
That's what I thought. You know a lot, don't you?
Listen, suppose I told you that you were right in what you said a minute ago. That I hated my husband. That I hated him as much as you do. And that I'd hated him for years.
What do you think?
Well?
I'd say it was a stall to save your own neck.
That's what I thought. That's why I wanted to get acquainted with him first.
First? Before what?
Well, doesn't it seem a little funny to you, my just happening to run into you this way? The wife of the man you've sworn to kill, on the very day you break out of prison?
Who says I broke out?
I know someone who knows Red Farley.
Red Farley?
Mm-hmm. He was your contact on the outside that helped you plan it, wasn't he?
Listen, beautiful, I don't know how you got this.
Where do you think Red Farley got the money?
You tell me.
I'll tell you. I want you to kill my husband. I'll even help you.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Ava Gardner in Lady in Distress. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. There's a reason more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. It's because Roma gives you more enjoyment for your money. Yes, in all Roma wines you enjoy an important difference, an extra dividend in fuller bouquet, richer body, and better taste. To bring you better tasting wine, Roma selects from California's choicest grapes. Then, with ancient skill and wine-making resources unmatched in America, Roma master vintners guide this grape treasure unhurriedly to tempting taste perfection. These choice wines are placed with mellow Roma wines of years before, and from these reserves, the world's greatest reserves of fine wines, Roma later selects for your pleasure. So, to enjoy more pleasure for your money, insist on Roma. That's R-O-M-A, Roma California wine. And whether your favorite is sherry, port, or muscatel, you'll find Roma your best buy in good taste.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Ava Gardner as Evelyn Harris, with Howard Duff as Sullivan in Lady in Distress, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
He was beginning to believe me now. When I told him that I knew who'd helped him make the prison break. When I told him that I'd put up the money for it. When I told him that the man he wanted to kill was the man I wanted to kill. When I told him that man was my own husband. We drove along for quite a while without saying anything. Then I pulled into a gas station.
What's the idea of coming in here? You don't need gas.
You still don't trust me, do you?
I don't know.
Look, Sullivan, I have to make a phone call to my husband.
Oh, no. I'm not that dumb, beautiful.
But I have to call him. I told him I would. If I don't, he'll think something's wrong. You can listen.
All right. I'll listen.
Where's your phone?
Oh, it's just inside the door.
Thanks.
It's right in here, lady. Right on the wall. Right on the wall there, lady. Got your nickel?
Look, I know how to use the phone. You don't have to act like you're Orson Welles.
Hello?
Ralph,
Yes?
this is Evelyn. I'm 25 miles from the city. The rain slowed me up.
You should have started earlier.
I know, but I didn't.
Everything all right?
Yes, everything's all right.
Well, I'm glad to see you're getting some sense in your head. Hurry up and get here.
Well, it won't take long.
You're not going to give me any more trouble, are you?
No, Ralph. From now on, I don't think you have a thing to worry about. We drove on into town then. I didn't say anything more, and neither did Sullivan. But I knew I had it. He was still playing cautious, but I knew I had it. Well, here's where I let you off. Oh, the rain's almost stopped.
Okay. But listen, beautiful, don't try to double-cross me.
I won't double-cross you.
You'd make a mistake if you did.
Sullivan,
Yeah?
my husband always keeps his car in the garage. Every night, just as it gets dark, he walks into the garage to get the car. Alone.
You know, you're quite a dish, beautiful.
And there's no light in the garage.
Come here. Good night, beautiful.
There's only a few more blocks to the house. Ralph was waiting up for me, and he seemed genuinely happy to see me. A month ago, Ralph and I had one of our usual fights, and I went north to stay with my mother. But I realized that I couldn't stay with her forever, and the only thing left for me to do was to come back. And I hated it. Crawling back to a man who had no heart, who ran his home like the lock-up pen down at police headquarters. But I had no choice. Ralph was smug about my coming back, as I knew he would be. I kept wondering if Sullivan was actually going through with it. 2 days later, I knew.
Good morning, Mrs. Harris.
Get inside. Someone might see you. How did you know I was alone?
I got friends. Your husband's working right now. He won't be home for 5 hours.
What do you want, Sullivan?
Let's not act like children. I said I was going to kill your husband, and I meant it.
What are you coming here for at this time of day?
See this?
That little box?
Yeah. When you do the wrong thing with it, it blows up.
Oh.
All I do is put this under the hood of somebody's car, hook it up to the starter, and when somebody gets in his car to drive off somewhere, all he does is step on the starter. And he doesn't have to worry about driving a car ever again.
Oh.
Let's, go out to the garage, beautiful.
We went out to the garage. Sullivan hooked the explosive up under the hood of Ralph's car. Then after a while, he went away. All the rest of the day, I was nervous and worried. The last minute, I even wanted to go out and disconnect it, but I didn't. It was foolish to be nervous. It had all gone along fine so far. By the time Ralph came home, I was composed and tried not to show that anything was any different than it always was. After dinner, Ralph was doing some paperwork on a housebreaking case.
Oh, these reports are a nuisance.
Anything I can do to help you?
No. You know less about these reports than I do.
Well, I just thought maybe there might be something.
Well, there isn't, so stop bothering.
All right, Ralph.
Wait a minute. There is something you can do.
What?
Go out and get the car and bring it around to the front.
No.
What? What are you looking so surprised about? As soon as I finish the report, I want to run down to the station. Did it save time if you got the car out?
I'd rather not.
What's the matter with you?
Well, I have trouble getting out of the driveway. It's too narrow.
You've taken the car out 100 times. What are you talking about?
Well, Ralph, I've got a cold coming on. I'd rather stay inside.
Put a coat on. It isn't cold out anyway.
I don't want to drive your car.
Look, the least you could do is help me out once in a while when I ask you to. Heaven knows you never do anything for me anyway.
Well, it won't save that much time.
Get the car out before I get mad.
All right, Ralph. If you want me to, I'll get the car. What could I do? I went out and opened the garage doors and putted around for a few minutes and slammed the door a couple of times. And I went back in the house.
Well?
Well, what, Ralph?
Is the car out in front?
Wouldn't start.
What do you mean it wouldn't start?
I don't know. It just wouldn't start. The motor wouldn't turn over.
Oh, you give me nothing but trouble.
It isn't my fault. It's your car.
All right. Forget it.
Why don't you go out and try it yourself?
Because I won't, that's all. I've been having trouble with my battery. It's probably run down again. If it wouldn't start for you, it won't start for me. I'll look at it tomorrow sometime.
I'll do what you want.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me. I have some reading to do.
Well, wait a minute.
What do you want?
Call up headquarters and have them send a cruiser around for me.
I could hardly sleep that night. Why, of all times, did Ralph have to ask me to get his car? It was almost as if he suspected. I knew he'd have to get the car sometime, but I was afraid he might check over the car and find out what was wrong with it and discover the mechanism. Or he might send a mechanic out from a garage to look at it, and an innocent person would be killed. And I was afraid of Sullivan by this time, terribly afraid. I was exhausted from nervousness and lack of sleep when I got out of bed the next day. Ralph had breakfast and went off to work in the police cruiser. I didn't dare go near the garage. I didn't dare do anything except just wait.
Mrs. Harris?
Yes?
Sullivan speaking.
Oh, hello.
I've been reading all the papers, and I haven't seen anything about your husband yet.
Yes, I know.
What happened?
Well, last night, he didn't take the car out.
Why not?
I don't know why not. He just didn't, that's all.
Mrs. Harris, you wouldn't try to stall me, would you?
No, I swear that's what happened. He left the car he left the house in a police cruiser. He didn't take his car.
You know what I think?
No, what?
I think I'm going to take a run out there and check up myself. Your husband isn't home, is he?
No, he won't be home for 3 hours.
Okay, beautiful. You can expect me.
Well, you could at least... Oh, Ralph.
Well, who did you expect? Winston Churchill?
Well, it isn't time for you to be home.
Who said there was a certain time for me to be home?
Well, you don't usually get home this early.
Well, there wasn't much doing today. I have a few hours coming to me, but... What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Why?
Well, you're nervous about something. Don't tell me you have a boyfriend hiding in the closet.
You may look if you want to.
I wouldn't bother. All right, come on. Come on out with it. What's on your mind? What do you keep looking out the window for?
Oh, stop examining me like a criminal. I just didn't sleep well last night. I'm tired.
You don't do anything to get tired. Where you going?
When you came in, I was just on my way to the market. Do you mind? I have to get my coat. Do you want me to explain any more?
Say, Evelyn.
What's wrong, Ralph?
I just thought I saw somebody go into our garage. Come here. Look. Garage door's half open.
Oh, yes, I forgot to tell you. I called the garage and had them send a man to look at the battery. He'll take care of everything.
Yeah? Well, I'm going out and take a look myself.
You don't have to. He knows his job.
Sometimes I don't think you have any brains at all. I'll be right back.
I stood there at the window watching. I knew who was in the garage, and it wasn't a mechanic. It was Sullivan. Ralph walked off the back porch and across the yard, and then into the garage. I didn't know what was going to happen. I kept thinking, only one man will come out of there alive. And then I thought, maybe I'll be lucky. Maybe neither of them will come out alive. I pulled the curtain back so I could see more clearly. And then I waited what seemed hours, staring through the window. I couldn't hear a thing, and nobody came out. Nobody. I moved closer, my face pressed against the glass. And then just before it happened, somehow I could hear it coming.
Operator.
Get me to police headquarters.
Just a moment.
Police headquarters, Sergeant Thompson speaking.
This is Mrs. Ralph Harris. There's been an accident, an explosion.
We'll be right out, Mrs. Harris. Are you all right?
The window broke. A big piece of glass. My throat. One way I was lucky. Neither of them did come out alive. But in another way, I wasn't so lucky. I'm going to die.
Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines. R-O-M-A, Roma. America's favorite wines.
Before we hear again from Ava Gardner, star of tonight's suspense play, this is Truman Bradley, reminding you that in all Roma wines you enjoy an extra premium goodness in fuller bouquet, richer body, and better taste. Yes, Roma wines taste better because Roma, and only Roma, selects better tasting wines from the world's greatest wine reserves. That's why more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. So ask for Roma wine, R-O-M-A, Roma, a premium wine in everything but price. Enjoy Roma California Sherry before dinner tomorrow.
This is Ava Gardner. It's been a great pleasure to appear on Suspense, which is such a favorite to all of us here in Hollywood. Next Thursday's Suspense show will be one that I certainly won't miss. The most coveted honor which a radio program can achieve is the annual award given for excellence in drama by the George Foster Peabody Foundation. This year the citation was given to Suspense, and one of the 3 suspense plays which is particularly mentioned in connection with the award was that which will be rebroadcast next Thursday. It's called Dead Earnest. Good night.
Ava Gardner appeared through the courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of the Technicolor picture The Yearling, starring Gregory Peck, Jane Wyman, and Claude Jarman, Jr. Tonight's suspense story was written by John Michael Hayes. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear an all-star cast of Hollywood's finest radio players headed by Wally Mayer in Suspense. Produced and directed by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Robert Mitchum, Virginia Bruce, Angela Lansbury, and others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Suspense. Tonight's Suspense brings you Mr. Richard Ney and Mr. Joseph Kearns as stars in a remarkable study in suspense, written by the distinguished contemporary English novelist Evelyn Waugh. But first, may we remind you that
in America's smartest homes and clubs, where hospitality is the last word in luxury, the first name in wine is Cresta Blanca. Cresta Blanca. Cresta Blanca. Yes, that's Cresta Blanca wines. And for the knowing tongue, Cresta Blanca has created 2 rare California sherries, Dry Watch and Triple Cream. Compare Cresta Blanca Dry Watch and Triple Cream with the world's finest sherries. You'll find Cresta Blanca Dry Watch and Triple Cream sherries unequaled in America, unsurpassed anywhere. Shenley's Cresta Blanca Wine Company, Livermore, California.
And now, Shenley brings you radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A. Roma Wines of Fresno, California. Tonight's stars Richard Ney and Joseph Kearns appear in Evelyn Waugh's study in mounting terror called The Man Who Liked Dickens. A suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Shenley by William Spear.
When Brenda and I broke up the marriage, it cheered the gossips and gave them something to talk about. I kept running into people who asked about Brenda, and I either bored them or they bored me. One of the rare moments when the human equation is perfectly balanced. So that when Dr. Messenger told me in a club one night he was going on an expedition into the Amazon to find a buried city called Demerara, I asked to go with them. I told nobody about it except my brother Mark. I can remember little of the preparations or leaving England. All I can recall now is that when we docked near the mouth of the Orinoco, the tropics were bathed in a green and lemon splendor. How well suckled from heaven it seemed. Green hilltops sown with daisies, and the breeze was sweet, and everything seemed luminous and lately sprung from the soil. I don't know when that feeling first wore off, perhaps when I began to sense that there was something wrong with the natives. Dr. Messenger had hired them with the usual trinkets, and they seemed happy, but as the days wore on, you knew there was some deep reservation in their minds. We crossed the headwaters and started down to look for bigger streams, and they spoke to Dr. Messenger for the first time that night. They didn't want to go on. It wasn't their country, and they were frightened. Dr. Messenger shouted and screamed at them, and they quieted down. They quieted down and made no sound. Finally, they made no sound at all in the night. I knew what had happened before Dr. Messenger burst into my tent.
Tony, wake up!
I'm awake.
Come outside. Something rotten has happened.
I know already. The natives have gone.
Bunch of rotters. They sneaked away like shadows.
Did they leave the stuff?
I guess. They took only their own things.
They're honest.
The only decent thing they could do.
No, I mean, they're honest. They never intended to go on.
To leave us this way, We don't need them, though. We'll find others. We'll do it handy, we will.
We'll keep looking.
Right's the word, Tony. We'll keep looking.
And we'll keep talking, and we'll dodge what we both want to say. That we're alone in the jungle.
What if we are? We'll move on. With our maps, and we'll do it handy. It'll take a bit of poise, that's all.
I suppose. Dr. Messenger, about the trip and everything ahead.
Yes?
Do you think we'll make it?
Of course we've got to. It's that simple. We've got to.
Thank you. I don't think we will either. The next morning, we gathered our stocks, set up an emergency camp on the left bank, and started down the main stream. Right after breakfast, I found I had the fever, so Messenger and I had to travel in the same canoe, with part of the provisions loaded against my feet to keep me from falling out. Late that afternoon, Messenger nudged the boat ashore. There were falls up ahead, and we had to carry the canoe past the danger spot. Messenger lifted me ashore and started to drag the canoe up on the bank. The cargo shifted on him, and he slipped into the water. It was quite shallow in places, and he caught at the rocks, but they were worn smooth. And he plunged into deep water and reached the falls. The foam subsided into a great pool, almost still, and strewn with blossoms from the forest trees that stood gauntly above it. Dr. Messenger's hat floated very slowly towards the Amazon, and the water closed over his bald head.
Well, hello. My name is Todd. Here, drink it. You'll only need a bit. Here, drink it now.
I have the fever.
I know, but you're getting rid of it.
How can you tell?
If you're alive, you're getting over it. If you're dead, you're not.
Thank you. You're the first stranger I've seen for a very long time.
And you're the first one I've seen for a very long time.
I liked him from the first. I liked him right away. Mr. Todd brought me to his house. It was near a village of Indians along the riverbank. He owned the dozen or so head of puny cattle which grazed in the savannah, a plantation of cassava, some banana and mango trees, a dog, and, unique in the neighborhood, a single-barreled breech-loading shotgun. He sat and talked to me while he gave me medicine and nursed me back to health.
There's a medicine for everything in the forest. To make you ill and to make you well. To kill you and to drive you mad. My mother was an Indian, and she taught me many of them.
How long have you lived here in the jungle?
Oh, I was born here. I've always lived here. It's a very long and lonely life.
It would be for me.
I've watched most of the natives grow up. Some of them die. And I've tried to look after them.
Then that's why they obey you so well.
That reason, and because I have the gun.
Oh?
My father was good company. He lived to a great age, a very great age. It's not 25 years since he died. Oh, he was a man of education. Can you read?
Hmm? Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, not everyone's so fortunate. I cannot. The only 2 words I know how to spell are born and die.
Oh, yes? Oh, that's rather too bad. Oh, but I suppose you haven't much opportunity here.
Oh, yes, that's just it. I have a great many books. I'll show them to you when you're better. My father left them.
Oh, I see.
Yes, he used to read to me. He read to me all the time. Then there was another man a few years ago, Barnabas. He read to me until he had to leave. Oh, I was very sad because he read well. And the books mean so much to me.
How long ago was that?
Oh, 7 years ago. He read to me every day until he left. You shall read to me when you're better.
Why, I'd be delighted to.
As Mrs. Bardell says to Mr. Pickwick, it is so kind of you to have so much consideration for my loneliness. Yes, you shall read to me.
Mr. Todd had a soft way of speaking, as if he had learned to talk under the sounds of the jungle. And now, as he went about his work in the village, he seemed happier than I'd seen him before, as if he were alive to some great expectation. I went on recuperating, and my first day out of bed, he took me walking into the jungle.
We'll have to turn back soon. It's growing late.
Yes, it's almost 4 o'clock. What would it be like in London now? I can never remember which way it goes. What the time?
It'll be 9 o'clock. Sun comes up in the east. They get the day sooner.
Yeah. So we get it secondhand and slightly soiled.
Hey, what's the matter?
That mound of dirt there. What is it?
It's a grave. I told you about him.
Who?
Barnabas. His name was Barnabas Washington. He's the man who read to me.
Oh, you said he left.
Well, didn't he?
But you didn't say that way. You talked as if he really left.
Did I? Maybe it's the way of saying things down here. You're an educated man, I'm not.
I didn't mean that. I just thought of him as, leaving.
Oh, of course I should have made it clear. He was a splendid fellow, Barnabas. I liked him very much.
How long was he here?
Oh, quite a long time.
I mean, exactly how long?
I couldn't remember. It's quite a long time.
And he died here without getting home?
Oh, yes, it seems sad. He was a splendid fellow. I'm sure he was missed. You know, you've given me an idea.
Yes?
I wonder if he doesn't need a marker. I think I'll build a small cross. 2 of them, I think. One to commemorate his leaving and the other your coming.
Now, that seems very odd.
Most things are that old men do. I'd like to begin now. Would you care to help?
No, I'm going back. I feel tired.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, print it out for me, will you? Barnabas Washington and your name. I know how to print born and died. I'll do it later myself. Yes, now you want to rest. And tonight I think we could begin.
Begin what?
You're reading to me. You feel well enough now, don't you?
Yes, I feel all right.
Oh, good. Then we'll begin tonight.
And it was thus that I entered my prison, a dungeon in bright sunlight. No one could imagine it. A slave to the subtlest of all tyrannies, the imprisonment of another man's mind.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Richard Ney and Joseph Kearns in The Man Who Liked Dickens. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, those better tasting selections from the world's greatest reserves of fine wines. This is Truman Bradley with a suggestion from Roma that has helped many a hostess win high praise. Whenever friends drop in for an afternoon or evening, Show the warmth of your welcome by serving better-tasting Roma California wines. For both host and guest, there's pleasure in the tempting nut-like taste of golden amber Roma sherry, rich ruby red Roma port, or mellow flame-bright Roma muscatel. You'll find that everybody will cheer your choice when you serve these fine Roma wines because they do taste better. Remember, there's a better-tasting Roma wine for every occasion, for every taste. So, for an everyday family treat or smart hospitality at little cost, always serve Roma wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma wines, America's favorite wines. And now, Roma wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Richard Ney as Anthony Last and Joseph Kearns as Mr. Todd in The Man Who Liked Dickens, a play well calculated to keep you in suspense.
It was dark when Mr. Todd came in, and we ate in silence. After the meal, he led me into his room, and I saw the books for the first time. They were on a loft above his bed and tied in small bundles. He brought all of the bundles in by the fire and began to unwrap them.
It's been hard to keep out the worms and the ants. Oh, two are practically destroyed. Oliver and David. But there's an oil the Indians make that's useful. Oh, yes. Here's one we could start with. It's in rather bad shape, but the printing's clear.
You want to start with this?
Oh, it doesn't matter which we take first. Do you like that one?
Nicholas Nickleby.
Nickleby.
By Charles Dickens. Well, maybe something lighter to start with. Something besides Dickens, huh?
Well, there's nothing besides Dickens.
You say all these books?
Oh, yes, every one of them by Charles Dickens. All the books he wrote are right there. Oh, but the ants destroyed, too. You know, I was very sorry about that.
Oh, you must like Dickens a great deal.
Oh, I do. I'm very fond of him. You see, these are the only books I have ever heard.
Yeah, they belong to your father.
Oh, yes. He used to read them to me. And then the other man, and now you. Oh, I've heard them all several times by now, but I never get tired. There's always more to be learned and noticed, and so many characters, and so many changes of scene, and so many words. It takes a long time to read them all, more than 2 years.
Well, I should think they'd last out my visit.
Oh, I hope not. Sure, it's delightful to start again. Each time I find more to enjoy and admire. I say, shall we begin?
I suppose.
Oh, sit there and read across the fire to me. I like it best that way. All right. Let's go ahead, huh?
Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. The first book, Recalled to Life. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. I found some pleasure in the reading for a while. It calmed me and gave me a feeling of being whole again. And the old man's delight was something to see. As I read, he followed the words soundlessly with his lips. Often, when a new Dickensian character was introduced, he'd say, "Repeat the name, I've forgotten him." Or, yes, I remember her well. She dies, poor woman." Always he was concerned with the people and nothing else. And his comments were usually simple. "I think that Dedlock is a very proud man." Or, "Mrs. Jellyby does not take enough care of her children." Almost daily now, I mentioned the subject of my departure and asked about canoes and rains and the possibility of finding guides. And one night, after I'd finished a chapter of Bleak House, I said, "Look, the time's come, Mr. Todd, when I've got to think about getting back. Well, I've imposed on you long enough now."
Oh, none.
Oh, I mean it. Now, how soon do you think I'll be able to get a boat?
A boat?
Yes, to leave. I appreciate all your kindness to me, more than I can say, but,
kindness I may have shown is amply repaid by your reading of Dickens. Now, do not let us mention that subject again.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have too, Mr. Todd, but I must be thinking of getting back now.
Oh, yes. The other man was like that. He thought of it all the time, but he died before he got back.
Mr. Todd, did he, the other man, did he finish All the Dickens books?
Finish them?
Yes, the other man. Did he go through all of them?
No, it's hard to remember. But I do recall A Tale of Two Cities 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times? You mean he went all through and came back? Why, you said it took 2 years each time.
Well, maybe it was 3 times. I'm getting old. My memory's not so good.
Mr. Todd, why did he stay?
I don't know.
Why did he stay all those years?
But he never said.
Forgive me, Mr. Todd, but I must press the point. When can I get a boat?
There is no boat.
Oh, the Indians can build one.
You'll have to wait for the rain.
How long will that be?
Oh, a month, 2 months.
Well, I must speak to them then.
Yes, of course. Now, it's early. Do you think we could read some more tonight? Bleak House has always been a favorite of mine.
Was influenced by Mrs. Gamp, it was decided that Mrs. Gamp should be approached without delay.
I wonder if you could read that over again. It's one of the points I think Dickens leaves unclear.
Oh, I'm very tired. I wonder if we could wait.
Oh, yes, of course. We'll take it up tomorrow.
Listen.
What is it?
It's the rain. The rain's come, Mr. Todd.
It always does.
You know what it means? Why, it means I can make preparations to go now. Oh, I can talk to the natives about building a boat.
Oh, that's impossible.
Why?
It's impossible. The Indians won't build a boat during rainy season. It's one of their superstitions.
You might have told me.
Didn't I mention it? I forgot.
You know, you've forgotten a lot of things.
Oh, well, I'm getting old.
Not too old, Mr. Todd. You've remembered to evade me.
How could I evade?
But you have. And you've lied to me. You've lied to me systematically. Mr. Todd, you're holding me a prisoner. You're keeping me here against my will.
But, my friend,
I demand to be released.
You're under no restraint. You can go when you like.
You know very well I can't get away without your help.
In that case, you'll have to humor an old man. Read to me another chapter.
Todd, I swear by anything you like. When I get to Manhouse, I'll find someone to take my place. I'll pay a man to read to you.
I have no need for another man. You read so well.
Then I've read for the last time.
I hope not. Oh, I sincerely hope not.
Well, that evening at supper, only one piece of dried meat was brought in, and Mr. Todd ate alone. Next day at noon, a single plate was put before Mr. Todd, but with it lay his gun, cocked on his knee as he ate. And I began reading of Martin Chuzzlewit. But it was different now, because I knew what lay ahead. And if I didn't then, I did after I found the scrawled note toward the back of the book. It was written with pencil in a rough hand. I, James Todd of Brazil, do swear to Barnabas Washington of Georgetown that if he finished this book, in fact Martin Chuzzlewit, I will let him go back as soon as finished. And there followed a heavy pencil X, and after it, Mr. Todd made this mark signed Barnabas Washington. The note was signed January 1929, and Barnabas Washington died in 1940. Well, from that moment on, I began to grow worse. I ate little and slept even less. And every day there was more Charles Dickens. A whole year had passed of our mutual friend in the old curiosity shop, and Mr. Todd was already talking of starting over again. And then a stranger arrived in camp. A half-caste prospector, one of that lonely order of men who wander for a lifetime through the forests, tracing the streams for gold. I stood in the rain outside his window and heard them. He said there were white men a few days away, apparently on their way toward this camp.
Sure.
Mr. Todd was furious.
When did you see them?
About a week ago, and I came fast.
They were coming this way?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Did they ask for anybody?
I didn't talk to them.
Thank you. Well, I must send out a party to greet them. Sit there and finish your tea. I shan't be long.
Thank you.
Look, you must help me before he comes back. Huh? You send somebody to head them off. Oh, you've got to get there first.
What about?
I'm a prisoner. Tell them about me. Here, give them this. Where is it? Page 214. Here, I'll write. Now, that's my name. They'll know.
Just give it to them?
Yes, and hurry. Don't let him know. Hide it on you somewhere, and hurry. Please hurry, because you're my last hope under heaven. Well, Mr. Todd must have sensed that, too, because the next afternoon he told me that he expected I'd be leaving soon and invited me to a native feast. I agreed to go, and that was my fatal blunder, the last of all possible mistakes. At the feast, they served a thick porridge, and I remember only growing warm and weak and being carried back to Mr. Todd's. I was still weak when I woke. I was in the armchair and found Mr. Todd rocking contentedly before his fire.
Aha! Are we awake? Oh, you don't look well. Not well at all.
I feel rotten. That porridge doesn't seem to agree with me.
I'll give you something to make you better. The forest has remedies for everything, to make you awake and to make you sleep.
You haven't seen my watch anywhere?
You've missed it?
Yes, I thought I was wearing it. I see, I've never slept so long.
Not since you were a baby. Do you know how long? 2 days.
Nonsense. I couldn't sleep that long.
Oh, but you did. It was a long time. It was a pity, too, because you missed our guests.
Guests?
Yes. I've been quite gay while you were asleep. 3 men from outside, Englishmen. It's a pity you missed them. A pity for them, too, since they particularly wished to see you.
Then they did come.
They came all the way to find you. Yes, just to find you. You were asleep. They wanted to see you. I didn't think you'd mind, so I gave them a little souvenir. Your watch.
You gave them my watch? Why, they thought...
Your brother, Mark, was pleased with it. And they took some photographs of the little cross I put up to commemorate your coming. Of course, I had to alter it a little.
You wrote in my death. You wrote in my death on that cross.
Oh, now. You're upset. We'll have no Dickens tonight. But tomorrow night, we'll start Little Dorrit again. There are passages in that book I can never hear without the temptation to weep.
They didn't ask questions. They didn't suspect.
Why, who would?
But the note. They couldn't have missed it.
What note? There was no note.
They didn't show it to you then. Maybe they guessed.
They didn't guess anything.
Why, they'd have shown it to you. Oh, they must have understood.
You tore it out of a book. What book? What book did you tear it out of?
This one, by your feet. A Tale of Two Cities.
What page? What did it say? What did it say? You remember?
So do you.
Well, tell me. You can remember. Repeat it for me.
I'll remember it all my life. Page 214. After having long been in danger of my life at the hands of the village, I've been seized with great violence and indignity and brought a long journey on foot. And I demand of heaven, will he not come to deliver me? For the love of heaven, of justice, of generosity, I supplicate you to succor and release me.
You didn't send them that.
Now they'll know. They'll know what it means and they'll come back. There it is now!
No.
I'm here! I'm up here in the clearing!
It's only one of the natives.
Now they'll come back. Now take the book and all your books. No! Take them out of the fire. Smart, chisel.
No. My book.
Nickel a bit.
My book. No, don't.
Be wretch.
Not little Dorrit. No, don't burn my book. My beautiful.
They're nearer. Up here. Hurry. Oh, in the name of heaven.
My book.
They're all going into the fire.
Hold it.
No, I'm discovered. I'm up here, Mark, where the ground is high. Well, we left the heart of the Amazon country that night. It was a night that was full of sound. The howler monkeys were silent, but tree frogs nearby set up a continuous chorus. Birds were awake, calling and whistling, and far in the depths about them came the occasional rending and reverberation of dead wood falling among the trees. And under all of that, the sound of Mr. Todd. The sound of words coming out of his mouth, a mouth that had nothing left to it but trembling and quivering. The sound of Mr. Todd sitting before the fire watching the last of Charles Dickens burn and repeating from a broken memory, "It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair."
Suspense.
The Man Who Liked Dickens, starring Richard Ney and Joseph Kearns, presented by Roma Wines. That's Roma, Roma Wines, America's largest selling wines. Well, next week is National Wine Week, and throughout California's famed grape-growing districts, gay festivals will celebrate nature's rich bounty and the grape treasure from which fine Roma California wines are created. And this year, as always, Roma is selecting and pressing only the choicest California grapes. Then Roma master vintners, with ancient skills and unmatched wine-making resources, will guide this luscious treasure unhurriedly to tempting perfection. When these finer, better-tasting Roma wines will be laid aside with mellow Roma wines of years before to await later selection for your pleasure from the world's greatest reserves of fine wines. That's why, when you enjoy Roma California sherry, port, muscatel, or any Roma wine, you're always sure of better taste, unvarying high quality at reasonable cost. So when you ask for wine, insist on Roma. That's R-O-M-A. Roma wines, enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine.
Richard Ney will soon be seen in the Sierra production Joan of Lorraine. Tonight's suspense play was adapted by Richard Breen from the original short story by Evelyn Waugh. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Marcia Hunt as star of Suspense. Produced and directed by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Louis Jourdain, June Havoc, Dennis O'Keefe, and others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
In just a moment, Suspense, starring Douglas Fairbanks, Jr.
Now, let's stop in at that Jones for a moment, Billy.
Okay, Dad.
Hello, Ed. Well. How's the world's greatest ignition service station tonight?
Hi, Billy.
Hi.
I'm busy on a couple of cranky ignition jobs. Hey, how's the car running?
Never better. Take a look.
Sure, glad to.
Hey, Dad, Ed's got his radio on. Is it the Autolite show?
That's it, Billy. Suspense is my Thursday night special.
Ignition systems, spark plugs, batteries. Ed, you've got everyone in town switching to Autolite.
Billy, your dad's trying to take over the Autolite announcer's chore. Say, Doug Fairbanks Jr. is on Suspense tonight. You like him, Billy?
Yes, sir. He's a self-starting, smooth-running humdinger. Why, he's got the pep of an Autolite ignition system, a set of spark plugs, and a stay-full battery combined. Uh-oh, here's the show.
Suspense. Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills, starring tonight Mr. Douglas Fairbanks in a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Today, everybody's switching to Autolite, and tonight, Autolite takes pleasure in presenting
Anton Leader's production of Deep into Darkness, starring Douglas Fairbanks.
This is a story about fear, and I'm an expert on fear. Me, Ken Matthews. That cheap, broken-down hotel room is as good a place as any to start. It was all I could afford. New York, the city of bright lights, and me, stretched out on a squeaky bed, watching a spot change shape on the ceiling. It's a kind of game to keep a man from going crazy.
For 7 years, I watched another spot, changed it into a million shapes, got to know it better than I knew myself. That spot on the ceiling of my cell at Joliet Penitentiary. When it was over, when they were finally ready to let me go back into the world, the warden had something to say to me, some advice.
Matthews, you're leaving us early because of your good behavior record. Now, if I were you, I'd start fresh on the outside. Stay away from Chicago. Go someplace new where they don't know you.
I sort of figured on doing that, Warden.
Good. You'll find it easier.
I'd find it easier. I wonder how it is when it's tough. Nobody knew me in New York. Nobody wanted to know me. And as for a job, well, did you ever wash dishes? I washed a million. Now, any dirty jobs nobody wants to do, I did them all. That's how I built up my fortune. $17.50 United States currency. That's how much I was worth this one morning when I saw a sign out in front of a construction job. Men wanted, the sign said. I believed it. I looked up the form.
Bill, what's that compressor? Come on, Jim, keep it moving.
Looking for something, Bud?
Yes, you have a sign out there. Are you hiring men?
Could be. What do you do?
Oh, just about anything. I can keep books, handle your time. I used to be an accountant.
Oh, yeah?
But if that's not what you're looking for, well, I can swing a shovel, too. I just want a job.
I like that attitude. Got your discharge certificate with you?
Discharge?
Yeah, honorable discharge. I always like to give a break to ex-service guys.
Oh, well, I wasn't in the service.
Yeah, oh, 4F?
No, I sat out the war. I was in jail.
Oh, it's tough. I got a little mixed up in your accounting, huh?
No, it was manslaughter. I killed a man. What about the job? I really need it.
Look, buddy, I don't want you to think this is my idea, but...
But you can't use me, eh?
No, I can't. You see...
Yes, I see. Start fresh, he said.
I got my orders. See, you know how that is. The bosses figure there's a lot of vets looking for jobs. I got to give them the first crack at things. Oh, if I was to...
It's all right. It isn't your fault. Maybe some other war. Somehow that was the last straw. I started to hate. I hated everything and everyone. And then I thought of my fortune, my $17.50. And suddenly I knew there was something I wanted to buy.
What you want to use the gun for, mister?
I don't know. I just want to have it.
Well, we're supposed to put something down there. I mean, along with your name and everything.
Oh, well, put down target practice. That's good enough, isn't it?
I guess so. What's the name?
Put down Smith.
Smith. Oh, it's like that, huh? Look, mister, I don't want to get into any trouble. I run a respectable place of business here.
You want to sell the gun, don't you?
Well, sure, but...
You want the $14, don't you?
Okay, so it's Smith. And you're going to do some target practice. Give me the $14 and get lost, huh?
Thanks a lot. Funny thing, I still don't know why I wanted that gun. I swear I don't. Kill myself, rob a bank or a filling station? I haven't any idea. I suppose I just thought that having it would make me feel better. Only it didn't. It hung in my pocket heavy as lead, cold, dead, just like its owner. I turned into a side street, 52nd, 51st, I wasn't sure. I stopped to light a cigarette, and a car pulled up to the curb. It was a big car with a chauffeur, a black car, smooth and shiny. Then I looked at the man getting out, just one look, and wheels started spinning around in my head. I got dizzy. The sidewalk twisted and bounced around like it was having a convulsion. But when he spoke, the shock of hearing his voice straightened it all out. Made it cold and clear as hard crystal. Just a few words to that chauffeur.
Wait for me, Davis. I won't be long.
He turned and walked past me, right by me into the bank. But he couldn't walk. He couldn't do anything. That was Lee Burke I was staring at. Lee Burke, the man I'd killed 7 years ago.
For Suspense, Autolite is bringing you Mr. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr. in Deep Into Darkness, Autolite's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Well, sure
Sure looks like young Doug's got it, eh, Billy?
Boy, I'll say he has. What a chip he's got in his shoulder.
Billy, stop chipping and chirping like your mother. Oh, by the way, Ed, that ignition system of mine score a bullseye?
She's completely on the beam. My jobs usually are, especially when they're Autolite.
Yes, sir. Money can't buy better ignition equipment for your car. Autolite parts are made by the world's largest independent manufacturers of automobile electrical equipment. And Autolite service stations are equipped with highly trained men and specialized machines to give your car the best in automobile service.
That Autolite ignition system sounds intelligent enough to take an IQ test, eh, Ed?
Stop pulling Ed's leg, Billy.
I'm used to it, Hap. But I'll tell you this. Autolite makes original equipment for many of the finest cars in America. Ignition systems, batteries, spark plugs, generators, lots more. So it's only natural that Autolite ignition is, well, it's a perfectly timed team with smooth on-the-dot performance.
So when your car's electrical system needs attention, drive into your nearest Autolite service station or the dealer who sells your make of car and ask for original factory parts.
Autolite? Autolite service stations are listed in your classified telephone directory under Automotive Electrical Service.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr. as Ken in Deep Into Darkness. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Those few moments of watching a man walk across a sidewalk into a bank, I lived it all over again. The way it happened when I killed him 7 years ago back in Chicago. There wasn't anything about it I couldn't remember.
Ken, darling.
Yeah?
Do you love me, Ken?
Do I love you? Oh, no, not at all. I just sit in that goofy nightclub night after night because the food's so good.
Oh, Ken, you're sweet.
Lila, why don't you forget that place? Give it up. Where's it going to get a girl like you dancing in a cheap honky-tonk?
You have something better to offer, darling?
I've offered it a half a dozen times. Marry me. I got a good job. It'll get better.
Hand me my drink, will you?
Sure. Here. What do you say?
I've told you, Ken, over and over again. I'm not getting married. Not to you, anyway. You're a sweet guy, sure, and I'm very fond of you, but little Lila isn't burying herself in any house with a bunch of squalling kids. That's for suckers.
I don't think you mean that at all.
No? Well, you just watch, darling. I'm going to wind up with a diamond so big it'll take a 2-ton truck to deliver it to me. I'm going to have so many mink coats I'll use them for pajamas.
Yeah, that's the way to talk, sis. You tell him.
Hello, Lee.
Oh, you're beginning to sound like you're getting good sense. Now, what are you doing up here with this bookkeeper anyway?
And a good evening to you, too, Lee.
Never mind. I thought I said I didn't want you wasting your time with him.
He's all right. We were
Get out of here, Matthews.
Now, wait a minute. If Lila wants me to go...
Oh, not satisfied with my suggestions, eh? Well, I've a good mind...
Lee, stop it. Put that gun away. Every time you have a few drinks, you start waving that gun around.
Really, Lee, you better put it down. Stop acting like a kid.
Acting like a kid, huh? I'll show you who's acting like a kid. I'll...
Give me that gun.
Lee!
Come on, Lee. Give it to me. I'll break your arm.
Go, let go of my...
Lila, it went off. I was only trying to take it away from him.
You killed him. Ken, you killed my brother.
I didn't mean it, I tell you. You saw what happened. I was only trying to get the gun.
Get out, Ken. The police will find you. Get out of here. Hurry, I tell you, get out!
I got out all right in a hurry. It was pouring that night, and I ran down the street with the rain slapping me in the face. I ran up a back alley into the darkness, and then I stopped. I didn't want to run. Not for the rest of my life. I went to the nearest police station, turned myself in. They took me back to the Burkes, and we found Lila sitting in a chair, glassy-eyed, just staring down at her brother, Lee. He was right where I'd left him, sprawled on the floor, face down. Lee Burke was dead, and they gave me 10 years for killing him. Only now he wasn't dead. He couldn't be. I'd just seen him walk into a bank. A nice car you got.
Yeah.
Must be an important man to have a car like that, eh?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Lots of money, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, he's crawling with it. That make you happy?
His name, it doesn't happen to be Burke, does it?
No, Wilson. Keith Wilson. He also happens to be a stockbroker. Anything else you want to know?
Keith Wilson.
Yeah, now beat it. The boss is coming.
The boss? Now, isn't that something?
All right, Davis. I'll go straight to the office now.
Yes, sir.
In a hurry, Lee?
What? Oh, there must be some mistake. My name isn't Lee.
Oh, pardon me. But it was Lee. There wasn't any doubt about it. And he knew me, too. I could see it in his eyes and in the way his face went white. I didn't understand it. I couldn't figure out why or how, but Lee Burke was alive. The rest of the fortune went for a taxi ride, but it was worth it to me, and I guess if I hadn't had enough money to follow Lee's car wherever it went, I'd have forced the cab driver with that gun I'd bought. But it wasn't necessary. We went out to Long Island. Way out. And then the car swung into a place with a big half-circle drive. Lee Burke, now Mr. Keith Wilson, was doing very well for himself. And so was Lila. What's the matter, Lila?
Ken.
Is it like seeing a ghost?
Ken, it's really you.
I saw a ghost just now, too, only he was very much alive.
So that's what he was so excited about.
Lee?
Yes, he came in, rushed upstairs. Told me to call the airport, get him a plane for Miami.
Did you?
Not yet.
It won't do any good.
Ken, what do you want? Why did you come here?
I just wanted to be sure, Lila. Absolutely sure.
What are you going to do?
I'd like to kill him. I ought to kill you both.
No, Ken. Don't talk like that. It wasn't me. I didn't plan it.
But it was a plan, wasn't it, Lila? Wasn't it?
Yes.
You want to tell me about it, or do I have to choke it out of him?
I'll tell you. What's the difference? You didn't kill Lee. You didn't kill anybody.
Huh?
It was a frame-up.
Then how could I have seen him like that? Lee was on the floor, dead.
No, that wasn't Lee. He found a man, Ken, a stumble-bum, a drunk, and the man looked just like him. Close enough for what Lee had figured out. It was the crookedest scheme you ever heard. Took out insurance with every company in town, $500,000 with me as beneficiary. He was going to kill this drifter and disappear, let me collect the money. It was as simple as that, at first.
Keep talking.
I told him it wouldn't work, Ken, that they'd never pay off, not that much. Not till they checked fingerprints, teeth, everything, but he had that figure, too. They wouldn't check a thing if a fall guy pleaded guilty to a murder charge.
So that's how it was.
You were the fall guy. I let you take me home that night, remember?
I remember.
Lee had his gun loaded with blanks. It was an act, the whole thing. Then when you ran, he finished the job. He had the drunk in the bedroom, dressed in his clothes. He brought him into the living room. Killed him right in front of me. That's who you saw when you got back.
Good Lord.
That's why I hate my brother, why I don't care what happens to him.
Thanks, Lila. That's going to make it easier.
Lila, did you call the airline?
No, Lee, not yet.
But I told you not to waste any time. You don't know what this means.
She knows what it means, Lee. We all do.
What do you want? Why'd you follow me here? Hey, look, I think you better get out of here.
I'd stay away from that telephone, Lee. I'd stand still if I were you.
You'd better do as he says, Lee. He's got a gun.
Ken, listen to me. You can't do this. Not now. You don't want any more trouble. Why, if the police found out...
The police? If you told them I was going to kill you, it wouldn't make sense, Lee. Because I've already done that. Remember?
Oh, look, Ken, I can explain the whole thing. It was a mistake.
I'm glad you know that now.
I've made a lot of money, Ken. I've been very lucky. I'll split with you. You look like you could use some money.
Yes, I could.
Sure, that's good. Only forget the gun, huh? And stop acting like you want to kill me. You wouldn't gain anything that way. Come on, Lila, fix some drinks or something, huh? We'll talk this over friendly-like. Ken, you know Lila was always crazy about you.
I was always crazy about her.
Oh, Ken,
But let's talk about something else right now, Lee. Let's talk about America.
Sure.
You know, this is a wonderful country, the way the laws are set up to protect a man. Ever hear of double jeopardy, Lee? Brings
Ken.
up a rather interesting fact. That you can't try a man twice for the same crime. 7 years I spent paying for killing you. 7 years at Joliet, and you weren't even dead. That means I've paid for something I haven't done yet. I still have the right, Lee, to kill you. once more.
Oh, now, Ken, stop it. You're talking crazy. There must be something you want.
I only want to kill you, Lee, because you deserve to be killed. We both know that, don't we? Only, I don't think I'll kill you now. Not right away.
Oh, we'll be reasonable. Is that it, Ken? Be reasonable, I say.
I'm going to stay right with you. 24 hours a day, right up to the time you deal. I know exactly when and how I'm going to kill you. And you won't know. You'll never know, Lee, until it happens. You'll just wait. Just sit and wait and wait. I never left the Burke's mansion, never let them leave. I was with Lee from the time he got up until he went to bed. I stayed with him every waking hour, and I never stopped twisting his life like a piece of putty, putting fear in his mind until there didn't seem to be anything else left there at all. Just a trembling, driving fear in everything he did, everything he said.
Lila, can't we do something? Get to somebody.
Oh, Lee, what can I do?
You could have said something to the servants. You had a chance before he sent them away.
I didn't. It all happened too fast. Got rid of them as easily as he cut the telephone wires.
Oh, we gotta do something. Get in touch with somebody. With Madeline, maybe.
Oh, yes? What will your blue-blood fiancé think of you now, when you suddenly stop calling 2 days before your wedding, and then don't show up?
The wedding? Oh, Lila, don't you see? If anything should happen to the wedding now, I'd be ruined. Oh, he can't get away with this. He'll let down sometime. He's got to sleep.
So do we.
Lila's right, Lee.
Well, Ken, you were there by the door. You heard.
About your wedding? Yes, Lee. I got back just in time, didn't I? Can I pour you a Manhattan?
Oh, no, I don't want anything.
Your funeral...
No, don't say that.
You're falling apart much faster than I thought, Lee. It wasn't taking long at all. Lee couldn't sit still for a minute, couldn't take his eyes off me. Of course, little things like this didn't exactly help.
Who is it? Ken?
Yes, Lee. It's Ken.
Got the gun?
I have the gun, Lee.
Oh. This is the time, huh?
No, Lee. No, I don't think so. Here. Drink this.
What is it?
Milk. Warm milk. It'll put you to sleep.
Yeah, for good, you mean?
No. Just until morning. You see, I wouldn't think of killing a man on his wedding day.
What?
Don't tell me you've forgotten your wedding to the blue-blooded Mr. Haven. You've come a long way, Lee, marrying into the social register.
Oh, don't, Ken.
Come on, drink up. You'll need your strength for the wedding.
No, that's all off. I haven't even called her, Ken.
Lila has. I made her call. She made some very pretty excuses for you, and the wedding will go on as scheduled.
What are you going to do?
Nothing, only behave yourself tomorrow. Do as you're told. And you might live through the ceremony.
Wilt thou, Keith, take this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy state of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee unto her so long as ye both shall live?
Say no.
Ken?
Say no, or I'll kill you right here in front of them all. Say it, Lee.
Mr. Wilson, the answer, please.
No, I can't. I can't.
Wilson, please, the answer. This must be
There was only one thing wrong with that little wedding scene. I had fun, sure, but in the excitement, I'm afraid I relaxed a little. I wasn't sure how much it mattered. That depended on Lila. When I was sure Lee was asleep that night, I met her in the living room. Got right to the point.
Something on your mind, Ken?
Yes. Mousy. Who's Mousy?
Ken, you look so tired, so thin.
Tell me, Lila. Tell me about Mousy.
What do you know about him?
Lee's been talking about him in his sleep. Talking about Mousy and you, Lila. And me. You'd better tell me all about it.
Ken, you're hurting my arm. I don't know anything about Mousy.
Maybe he was there at the wedding. Maybe you saw him. Maybe you gave him the message. Did you, Lila?
Ken, stop it. You know I promised I wouldn't do anything like that. Don't you trust me?
Trust you? Should I, Lila? Do you really think I should?
But You know how I feel about you. Surely you don't think... Oh, Ken. Ken, darling.
Get away from me.
Ken! So that's it. It was all just a gag to keep the little girl in line.
How did you expect me to feel after all this happened?
That's right. I was naive, wasn't I? Sure. Okay. Well, I won't be naive anymore. You can bet on that.
Lila.
Good night, Ken, darling.
When I cooled off, I realized I'd gone too far. She wouldn't be on my side anymore. Unless I could talk to her again and make it all seem like a mistake, a joke, maybe. Yeah, that'd be the thing. But when I went to find her, she wasn't around. I didn't see her again until next morning. Every morning I went out to the gate for the paper, but this time I waited for Lila to get up and come down so I could talk to her before Lee came in, try to fix things. And standing there in the hallway, I fixed things all right. Fixed them good. Lila.
Yes?
I want you to know that, well, that I'm sorry about last night.
It's all right.
No, it isn't, no. No, I didn't mean what I said at all. I guess I'd built up so much hate that, well, I was upset. I was blind to how you feel about me, how I really feel about you.
Ken, you're asking me to be naive again.
Yes, I guess I am. I like you that way. I looked for you last night to tell you. You weren't around. Where'd you go?
Oh, Ken,
No, it's all right. I don't care where you went. Anyway, now you know how I really feel.
Ken, you don't know what you're saying.
Yes, I do, Lila. I've been thinking. That's the way it ought to be. We've been a couple of lost souls, but maybe by forgetting the past, trying to find some peace of mind...
Ken!
Think about it, will you, Lila? I went out then, out the door and down the driveway. Left her standing there, staring after me. But suddenly, as I was almost to the gate, I heard her coming, running, fast.
Ken! No, Ken, come back!
And then I saw it, a car that had been parked down the road. It was moving now, gathering speed, coming right past the gate.
Ken! Ken, look out!
And then she was there. She threw herself right in front of me. I heard the shouts. I felt her thrown heavily against me, and then her body went limp in my arms. I held her close for a second, and then I lowered her to the ground. I walked back up the drive, alone. Lee was out in front of the house, sitting on a bench in front of a big tree. He'd heard the shots, I'm sure, but he was just sitting there, probably waiting for Lila to come back and say that Mousie had taken care of me. He turned and looked up as I walked toward him. Lila?
Oh, no.
His eyes seemed to look right through me somehow. He was that full of fear, I guess. His fingers gripped the tree in back of him, dug deep into the bark. He was waiting for me to kill him. Lila's dead, Lee. Your gunman got her instead of me.
Lila? Lila?
I'm sorry because there was something I didn't have time to tell her. I never intended to kill you, Lee. I was just showing you how 7 years looked crowded into a few days.
7 years.
Yeah, that's right. I guess you know now. I guess you know why and what you did. Lee, this is Ken. I'm talking to you.
Ken? I don't know any Ken.
And he didn't. He didn't even know himself. The way his eyes looked, I don't think he ever will again. They weren't Lee Burke's eyes anymore. They belonged to someone else. Funny. The man who tried to be somebody else had finally made it. And it was not good to look upon.
thank you, Douglas Fairbanks, for an outstanding performance on Suspense.
Talk about performance, Dad. Autolite ignition is good, but what about Doug Fairbanks?
He's really got it, Billy. Well, let's get going. Your mother...
Mom will be as full of suspense as your Autolite ignition system is full of pep, purr, power, and pistol point performance.
That boy knows his Autolite P's, and he doesn't miss any cues, eh, Hap?
Yes, an Autolite is your cue to real motoring enjoyment. So remember, wherever you go, Autolite means spark plugs.
Ignition-engineered spark plugs.
Autolite means batteries.
Stay full batteries.
Autolite means ignition system.
The lifeline of your car.
And now, here again is Mr. Douglas Fairbanks.
I've enjoyed this appearance on Suspense very much. And I've noted with great interest, as a Suspense fan, that Agnes Moorehead will return to the soundstage next week, the scene of her splendid performances of the past. As one of the many who applauded her portrayal in the Suspense classic Sorry, Wrong Number, I'll be listening with anticipation next week for Agnes Moorehead in The Yellow Wallpaper, a powerful study in...
Suspense.
Douglas Fairbanks may soon be seen in his own production, The O'Flynn. Tonight's suspense play was written by Edward James, with music composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Miss Agnes Moorehead in The Yellow Wallpaper.
This is the Autolite Suspense Show signing off. Good night. Switch to Autolite.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
In just a moment, Suspense with William Powell.
Oh, Hap, here comes Harlow Wilcox.
No, Betty forgets I already have 2 sets of Autolite resistor spark plugs and tries to high-pressure me into buying another one.
Well, hello there, friend.
Mr. Wilcox.
Harlow?
Hey, Hap, you look a little worried. Car not running right, maybe?
Why...
Spark plug trouble?
Well, not at all.
Listen, pal. What you need is a set of those sensational new ignition-engineered Autolite resistor spark plugs.
But, Harlow,
Why, the get-up-and-go a spark-weary engine gets from Autolite resistor spark plugs will turn your gloom to glee.
Look, Harlow, I already have...
Why, when you replace your old narrow-gap spark plugs with wide-gap Autolite resistor spark plugs, by Cornelius, you can actually tell the difference in your car. Your engine idles smoother.
Harlow, wait a minute. I'll listen to you and my engine later, but...
Yes, but right now, let's listen to Suspense.
Suspense. Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Starring tonight, William Powell in Anton Leader's production of Give Me Liberty. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I embezzled $250,000. I want you to know that needed brains, planning, patience. I devoted 3 years of my life to the trick, and I got away with it. $250,000. Of course, they caught me very easily, but they couldn't find the money. So they handcuffed me, brought me back to stand trial. The judge was as big a fool as the others.
7 years is a long time, Mr. French. The insurance company will agree to a much lighter sentence if you will reveal where you've hidden that money.
But I only smiled. So my right wrist was handcuffed to the left wrist of a detective, and they put me aboard a train bound for the penitentiary. I could see that the detective had instructions to soften me up. He was much, much too kind. You comfortable, Mr. French? You want a magazine? Anything? Well, I'd like to be able to lift my hand without raising yours into the air. Can't you guard me without being quite so attached to me?
Sure, I guess we can work that out. I'll tell you what. You sit next to the window. I'll kind of box you in. And that way you can wear the cuffs all by yourself and nobody loses.
Thank you.
Let me get my keys. There. On for me, on to you.
Wonder if I've made a good change. Feels clumsy.
Oh, you get the hang of it in no time at all. The biggest trouble is when you read a paper. 5 inches of chain don't give you much room to turn a page.
Well, then I'd better leave the newspaper for a less constricting occasion. I'll have 7 years for reading.
7 years. And $250,000. Say, how smart does a guy have to be to get his hooks on so much lettuce?
Would you like some of it?
Now, you kidding.
Well, let's make a deal. You drop the key to those things on the floor. Then go have yourself a nice lunch.
Sure. And when do I see Mr. French again?
When I meet you to pay off.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't be taking kind of a chance there,
It was
would
a
I?
stupid conversation, and I was only making words. I looked out at the fields and brooks and houses rushing past. I wouldn't see these things for 7 years, not counting time off for good behavior. But then I'd be free again. And I'd have my $250,000. Not a bad salary, huh? I'd use my brains for myself this time. Suddenly...
Everybody hold on! There's another train on the
French. You all right? Gosh, I beat a cord. Gotta get out of here.
A car lay on its side, in flames. And those passengers who could move scrambled through the broken windows, paying no attention to a helpless man in handcuffs.
French. Give me a hand.
It was the detective, his legs pinned by the wreckage.
Move, will you? You want to see me roasted?
What can I do with my hands like this? What do you carry the key?
What do you want with a key? You can pull me out by an arm, can't you? You can grab me by the head.
You thick-headed fool, we'll both die here if I can't use my hands.
You can use them good enough.
Where's the key?
I can't find it. French, it ain't in my pockets. Look on the floor.
You're a liar.
French, my shoes are on fire. Please.
The only weapon was
Help
a suitcase.
Yeah.
I kicked him in the face. I bashed the suitcase on his head. And he didn't have the key. I emptied his pockets down to the last crumb of tobacco. But the fire crept closer. He hadn't the key to the handcuffs. And I wanted it. Because this wouldn't be an escape. This would be a disappearance. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. I'd have my liberty. And I'd have my money. I threw away his pistol. I wouldn't need a gun. I used my head. I squeezed my college ring on his finger. I switched wallets.
Is there anybody in that car? Pete, this way! Over here!
There was a conductor out there. A crowd of passengers. I got to the opposite side of the car. No one. Not a soul. And there wasn't a splinter of glass left in the window. I slid down the side of the car, cleared the wheels, and struck the ground running. A few moments, a few hundred steps, and I was safe in the darkness. I was free. They'd think I was dead. And I had $250,000.
For Suspense, Autolite is bringing you William Powell in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Hap, my friend, have you ever heard a conversation between two cars?
Two cars? Harlow, Wilcox, are you crazy?
Crazy like a fox. Listen, a sorrowful-looking sedan came up to me on the street the other day and said, "Pardon me, pal, but have you got a potent pill for a sput-puttering engine that keeps popping along on poor firing spark plugs?" Well, this car had sure come to the right man, old ALRSP Wilcox.
ALRSP?
ALRSP for Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs, of course.
Oh.
Well, before I could answer this fumbling four-door, up glides a cute coupe with a mellow murmur and says, say, chum, if you want to hum and hustle on the highway, if you want to idle smooth as a satin slipper, if you want better luck with lean gas mixtures, actually save gas, why, switch your narrow gap plugs for a set of those wonderful, sensational wide gap Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs. What's more, continues this chatty convertible, Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs cut down spark plug interference with radio and television reception. Really, the spark plug of the future. Why, I was talking to a delighted television set
Wait
yesterday.
a minute, Harlow. Now you've got a car talking to a television set.
By Cornelius Happ, television sets, cars, and everybody are talking about Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs. And no wonder, because new Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs have a 10,000 ohm resistor, ignition engineered right into the spark plug, and a wider spark gap setting that means smoother idling and gas dollars saved. Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs fit any make and size of car, and don't forget, Autolite Resistor Spark Plugs are backed by the reputation of Autolite and the over 400 automotive, marine, and aviation parts made by the Autolite people. Pipe that.
Okay, but right now, let's pipe Suspense.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage William Powell as Earl French in Give Me Liberty, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
My first job after escaping was to break out of those manacles. I sat in a wheat field, holding my hands overhead so the blood would run from my hands and wrists and leave them slim. It didn't work. I tried that until my shoulders were in agony, and it didn't work. I couldn't snap the chain. I twisted it. I pulled at it, tried to fling my hands apart, and it wouldn't break. I rubbed it against stones until my skin was torn and bleeding, and it wouldn't break. By this time it was morning, and I was pretty desperate. I found a match in my pocket. I went into the woods that bordered the field and built a fire. First the chain grew hot, and then my wrists. But I held them over the fire until I couldn't keep back the scream. And not until then would I believe that I needed help. I pushed through the wheat and the corn beyond it, and I stumbled down a slope into a barnyard.
Down, Jack, down!
A woman was standing near one of the hen houses, a pan of chicken feed in her hand.
What do you want?
There was nothing to say. She had seen the handcuffs.
Come on, speak up.
Look,
What do you want?
I'm innocent, I swear to you, I'm innocent.
Where you from? How'd you get away?
Well, we were going up to the prison, and there was an accident.
Well, what do you want from me?
Could you lend me a file? And if you could spare some food, I'll be glad to
You
pay
don't
for...
have to pay me for anything. Wait here, Jack, you watch it.
The fool went into the house, and the dog sat down on its belly and placed its nose between its paws, and its eyes never left my face for an instant. And then through the stillness, I heard the cranking of an old-fashioned wall telephone, and I knew what she was doing. I ran like a whirlwind. I couldn't get them off. I couldn't get the handcuffs off. I couldn't get anything to eat. I couldn't show myself. Do you know what it means to see food all about you and not be able to buy it? Don't tell me I could have eaten corn and fruit and roots. I can tell you the nature of every dog in that area, and the feel of every barbed wire fence, and the spang and roar of every rifle and shotgun.
That was him, Harry! That was him down in the brush! Get around to the other side!
I crept into a village one night and forced up the window of a hardware store. I wanted a file, just a file. Do you know what they carry in hardware stores these days? Glassware, kitchen gadgets, garden tools, seeds, ovens, rat poisons, dressers. And then I moved behind a counter. A hardware store has to have a file somewhere. And my foot struck a wire, stretched across the floor. How tired have you been? Have you ever been so tired that your eyes felt like stones in your head? So weary that your jaw hung slack and your tongue seemed thick and heavy in your mouth? There were times when I thought I'd die. And on the evening of the 4th day of my liberty, I crawled quietly to the garbage cans back of a roadside diner and began to paw about for something I could eat. There was a step behind me. I whirled about. It was a boy. We looked at each other for a long moment. He was waiting for me to speak. I said, "Hello, Sonny.
Hello.
You live in this neighborhood?"
Yeah.
I don't. I'm traveling.
With handcuffs on?
Oh, these? Yeah, a friend put them on me for a joke. Say, that gives me an idea, Sonny. Would you do me a big favor?
Depends upon how big.
Well, big to me, anyway. Sonny, it's worth $10 to be able to have these handcuffs off before my friend shows up. Look, can you get me a file or chop them off with an axe or something like that so I can have a laugh on him?
Nope.
Look, I'll let you keep them. They're fun.
Nope.
Oh. Well, then, would you do something else for me?
Depends.
I'm a little embarrassed about going into the lunch wagon like this. Look, would you step in there and buy a few hamburgers for me?
How much?
Same $10.
For a couple of hamburgers?
Why not? Then maybe you'd change your mind about the file.
Let's see the money.
I got it right here in my pocket, ready to jump into your hand. Hey, lots of things that a boy can buy with $10. Ah, there we are.
How do I know it's good?
Don't you trust me?
Drop it on the ground.
Drop it? Why?
You drop it and back away. Then I'll pick it up.
Oh, say, that's very smart. Yeah, how's that? Far enough?
I guess.
He picked it up and began to walk around the diner. But when he was out of reach, he broke into a run.
Pop! There's a convict out back! Pop, a guy with handcuffs on! Pop, and there's convicts after the
I got away. And I couldn't tear them off. I couldn't. I had $250,000 buried away, and it was worthless to me. Do you know what can be bought with $250,000? Why, a man's soul can be bought for less than $250,000. And I couldn't buy a 10-cent file. I spent that night in a nest of cast-off railway ties attached to a siding. When I opened my eyes in the morning, I had company. There was a hobo sitting on the top of my fortress-like bedroom. A very unusual-looking hobo in blue jeans and a navy coat. She was counting my money, smoothing each bill with loving care. She grinned when she saw I was awake.
Good morning, chum. You sleep like an honest man. What's the matter, chum? Never speak till they bring your orange juice?
Listen, I'm in trouble. I want you to help me.
To get the bracelets off?
Yeah.
Aw, chum, wouldn't that be kind of silly? I might lose all this hard-earned dough.
Look, there's more where that came from. A lot more. I'll make you rich.
Yeah, I heard that one before. So long, chum.
Listen to me. I got $250,000.
Yeah, I get feelings like that, too.
Come back, will you? It's true. Don't you read the papers? I'm Earl French.
I never heard of you, and where would you get that much dough?
Look, go into town and buy one of the newspapers of 6 days ago. That'll tell you.
Tell me what?
Don't people read anymore? Earl French, the embezzler. I stole $250,000.
Uh-huh, and you're wearing those things so you won't pick your own pocket.
Don't try to be clever. I died in the train wreck near Scottsville.
You're so sure about that, chum. You croaked only a few days ago.
No, you fool. They only think I did. Now, you get those newspapers. You come back here with a file and some food.
No, don't order me around, chum. If you're a corpse, I won't take it from you. And if you're not a corpse, I'll poke you in the eye. Just play it easy, huh? Yeah, maybe I'll be back. Could happen.
I waited for her all through that long, blistering day, crouching within those four walls of railway ties. I lay there like a trapped animal. And yet I knew she'd be back. She couldn't resist it. Cheap little thing like that. I knew she'd be back.
Chum, it seems you were a very important guy in your time.
Ah, you saw the papers.
Yeah, and I got good news for you. Mr. French, you're now burnt to a crisp. That's the way they found you in the train.
Recognized me by the ring on my finger?
Yeah. Well, you're dead, all right. You and 250 grand.
Well, we'll come to that later. You get to work with the file.
No. You're giving orders again, and I told you I don't like it.
Give me that file.
It's right here in my jeans. And that's where it stays until you lead me to my share of that dough.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Chum, listen to Mama. I can pick up 500 fish by turning in an escaped prisoner, or you can dig up that treasure chest and buy this file for half the plunder.
It's 400 miles away.
That's a fair distance.
But I can't ride a train or a bus with these on my wrists.
It's okay, Chum. We'll walk.
400 miles?
A cinch. I've done it before.
We'll be seen.
Not at night.
How'll I eat? Where will he sleep?
You'll sleep in the woods, and I'll bring the grub to you. Me, I'll sleep in town, where I'll be snug and safe. You don't take this file from me, Chum. Not till I see my half of that dough.
And that's how it was. That same evening, we started a walk. At first, it wasn't so bad. It gave me time to think. And I knew I'd think of something.
You know, there's kind of a sneaky look about you.
What?
You figure that in 400 miles, a lot of things can happen.
Oh, no. After all, I want to do what's fair. Let's split.
If we don't, I'll split your skull, and don't kid yourself that I won't, little chum. Been waiting a long time for a break like this.
We walked, with the handcuffs digging so deep into my flesh that I began to believe they were a part of me. Yeah, she brought me food, but she wouldn't come close enough to hand it to me. And every time I reached for anything, it was torture. My hands and wrists were a mass of misery. And as though her pet animal were on a leash, my friend always walked 6 paces behind me. She was too smart. And I realized that I had to get away from her. And soon. On the morning I decided to do it, she found me a shack to hole up in. I could hardly wait for her to leave and go back into town.
Yeah, this shack looks good. I'll meet you back here tonight.
All right. See you tonight.
That's the way I like you, chum. Nice and agreeable.
Why not? Why shouldn't I be? See you tonight, as usual.
Sure there isn't anything special you'd like me to bring you to eat?
No, nothing special.
Uh-huh. Say, chum, I think you better turn around.
Why?
Big...
Hey! When I awoke, with a dull ache filling my head, I found myself neatly trussed up. I could move a little, but not enough to get free. Talk about female intuition. She'd guessed that I was going to try to get away from her, and she beat me to it. But I didn't give up, though. She'd have to make one mistake. Well, the next night, we'd stop for a rest.
Hey, French.
Yeah?
How can you be sure that dough is still there?
It's safe.
How do you know? What kind of a place do you hide it in?
You'll see.
Hey, don't you trust me?
Of course. As much as you trust me. And it's time we stop playing this little game. Now get out that file.
When I see the dough, little chum.
Take them off, will you? How long do you think I'm...
Shut up. You'll wake up the neighbors. On, move.
No.
I said move.
No. That money's mine. And you'll never see it unless I want you to. And we'll go to it the way I say.
Chum, you're making me mad.
You get out that file and take these off. Go on, get it out. I can give orders, too. What do you think you are, an animal trainer?
No, that's not a bad idea.
Is it? But it happens that I'm not an animal. And it happens that... What's that for? You can't frighten me with a knife.
I wouldn't try.
You use that on me, and we both lose out.
Whenever my old man used to beat one of us kids, he always said the same thing. He said never use a switch thicker in your thumb. Breaks the skin, but no bones. A kid can go on working.
A switch.
Yeah, like this one. Nice and green and limber. That's all the knife is for. I wouldn't use a knife on a buddy.
You won't use that either. Put it down.
You know, this is something I wanted to do ever since I found you sleeping in those railroad ties. You gonna get up?
No.
This'll hurt.
I'll kill you someday. I swear I'll kill you.
I once had a husband like you. Brave enough outside, but once anybody put on the pressure,
You talk too much. Go on, I'm calling your bluff. I'm sick of hearing you talk.
All right.
No! Get up! Come on. We walked. God, how I hated her. And she? Well, she was sure she'd beat me down altogether because she didn't even bother now to taunt me anymore. She was very quiet after that. And a little careless. I stopped now and then, and she'd bump into me in the darkness. But she'd always stop dreaming before I could get my hands on her. Well, all things must end. Our pilgrimage ended one morning when I said, here it is,
What?
the money.
Where?
We're standing over it.
You up to some sneaky trick again? We're standing in the middle of a highway. You didn't do any digging here, chum.
Look, there's a culvert running under the road here. A 24-inch pipe. Come into the ditch. I'll show you.
You didn't stick that dough into the pipe. Must have washed away.
It's not in the pipe. It's in a deep crevice between the pipe and the concrete. Pull out some of those stones.
You pull them out.
What, with these hands? Why, I can't touch anything without screaming. Pull them out.
French, so help me if this is a gag.
She believed me. She had to. She saw the truth in my eyes. The money was there, my $250,000. She bent over to tug at the stones. She turned her back to me for the first time. And that was it. That was the mistake I was waiting for. I sprang forward and I crushed the handcuffs. Down on her head, the back of her neck, her head. Ah, the pain of my wrist. Ah, but I didn't care. I didn't care. My hands, covered with blood. Her blood, mine. She was dead. But I couldn't move. My hands, my poor hands. I had to wait until the shock drained out of them. Finally, I reached into her pockets for the file. It isn't there. It must be in this one. No. No file. She hasn't got a file. She never had one. Ah, that cheat. That dirty little cheat. Come on. Come on, little children. Come on. Come on, you babies. 250,000 beautiful little babies. Come on. Oh. I can't get a hold on it. I need about a few inches. I can't. With these handcuffs on, I need one arm free. You handcuff you. I'll break this chain if I have to rip my hands off. I'll get that money. I must have my money. I want the money. Yeah, my money. It's my money.
That's the way I found him, Chief, sitting in the ditch beside a dead girl and babbling like an idiot.
Thank you, William Paul, for a splendid performance. Mr. Paul returns in just a moment.
Well, Hap, my friend, now
Harlow, I've been trying to tell you I already have 2 complete sets of Autolite resistor spark plugs.
Congratulations. Everyone should have a complete set of Autolite resistor spark plugs. Those modern miracles of Autolite ignition engineers, those monuments to tireless Autolite research. So, friends, why not drive down to your nearest Autolite dealer tomorrow, early tomorrow, and get your car a set of Autolite resistor spark plugs. They're sensational. And not because I said so either, but because they really are. Autolite means spark plug.
Ignition-engineered resistor spark plug.
Autolite means batteries.
Stay full battery.
Autolite means ignition system.
The lifeline of your car.
And now here again is William Paul.
My thanks to the fine cast of Suspense actors who helped to make my appearance here so pleasant an experience. I'm a regular listener to radio's outstanding theater thrills, and I'll be tuned in next time to hear John Garfield in Death Sentence, another gripping study in
Suspense.
William Powell appeared by arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios, producers of the Technicolor production The Three Musketeers, starring Lana Turner, Gene Kelly, June Allison, and Van Heflin. Tonight's suspense play was written by Herb Meadow, with music composed by Lucien Moravec and conducted by Lud Bluskin. Ann Morrison played the part of the hobo. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader.
This is the Autolite Suspense Show. Subscribe to your local community chest. Everybody benefits. Everybody gives. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.